the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
We did it, man.
Yes.
We made it.
We made it to the end of the week.
No one thought we would. All right, and maybe you're thinking about yourself right now, but we've done it. We have survived probably one of the craziest weeks of the year. Well done. We're going to get our Juster Awards today, my friend. Welcome to it. How are you feeling? Big weekend.
Whoa, big weekend indeed, man. Our people, our Sevens champions are going to be coming through this weekend in Cape Town, and that means it's the spirit, it's the festival that we are all here for in the Gees, man.
Oh, yeah. In spades.
Look at that.
We know that this tournament is special on the calendar. I think probably the best on the calendar, as many seem to say, unofficially the winner. But that's, of course, up to you. You've got to get out there and embrace it. You've got to represent your city and, of course, represent a team that showed a lot of promise last weekend, but just not quite finding that next gear, man. So I think this is our time.
This is our time, and this is obviously the time to usher in the weekend. You're right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and that means that you get to look forward to the weekend. There's so much happening, so much to discuss when it comes to the weekend as well. So with that being said, we're going to bring that conversation to you, Mzansi, and find out what's happening when it comes to your weekend. And we want to know when it comes to the highly anticipated Sevens tournament, G-Man, what are we asking?
Well, this is the bottom line. It's one of the, I think, standout events that you will ever go to. Have you been? How are you feeling if you are going? Are you super hyped? Is this going to be the best event of your year? What are you anticipating? Let us know how you are feeling that Sevens Gees ahead, of course, the Cape Town leg of the HSBC Sevens Tournament Series. And, of course, it comes to Cape Town and we embrace it. An opportunity, I think, to officially start summer. I think the whole world wait for us to have officially the party that starts all of the other parties. So get out, represent, let us know on all of our social media platforms how you're going to be representing. And of course, we'll take care of you for the next 3 hours. Let's start that job, in fact, right now. I'm going to get into some of those sporting headlines, but first up, Ryle's got the news.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much, G-Man. Let's dive into national headlines first. Now, Minister of Electricity, Kgosientsha Ramokgopa, has criticized a Pretoria High Court ruling against the government's plan, and that's to secure 1,500 megawatts of electricity from new coal-fired power stations. Now, the court ruled the plan violates South Africans' right to health. And speaking in Boshoff, Free State, Ramokgopa stated that court rulings won't resolve the country's power crisis. Now, he added that the department's legal team will review the decision and provide advice on the way forward. Now, Ramokgopa emphasized that policy decisions lie with the government and not with the court. Well, next up, the Western Cape's Conservation Agency, Cape Nature, says it has implemented measures to protect visitors to Plettenberg Bay from rabies, following 4 confirmed cases and 1 suspected case. Now, the Bitao municipality is working closely with conservation organizations to manage the seal population. However, the municipality has stated that with around 8,000 seals in the area, the risk of infection and infected animals remains low. Now, visitors are nevertheless advised to maintain a safe distance of 50 meters from seals and avoid direct contact to prevent potential exposure to rabies. Well, we move on to international headlines, and a fan of English football club Arsenal, celebrating the team's 2-0 victory over Manchester United, was allegedly shot dead by a security guard in Uganda. Now, another fan was injured when the guard opened fire on jubilant supporters at a restaurant in Lukaya town, and that's 100 kilometers from Kampala. Now, the violence erupted after the manager, angered by the noise, asked the guard to intervene. And despite warnings, the fans continued celebrating loudly and prompting the guard to fire. Now, both the guard and manager are on the run, while police continue to investigate. Well, next up, Calin Georgescu, the nationalist leading Romania's presidential race, has vowed to end support for Ukraine if elected. Now, in a runoff against pro-EU candidate Elena Lasconi on Sunday, Georgescu has campaigned primarily on social media. Now, despite allegations of Russian-backed influence, including a declassified intelligence report on TikTok interference, Georgescu dismissed claims as lies. Now, Romania's Constitutional Court is reviewing requests to cancel the election amid ongoing criminal investigations into possible foreign meddling. Now, Georgescu earlier expressed admiration for Putin in an interview and praised him as, and quote, a patriot and a leader. Now, lastly, Ivory Coast's iconic atieke, a conscious-like delight made from fermented cassava flour, has earned a prestigious place on UNESCO's latest intangible cultural heritage list. Now, it's loved for its versatility. Atieke graces every table, and that's from vibrant weddings to heartfelt funerals, uniting communities across West Africa. Now, the delicate, time-honored process, passed from mother to daughter, reflects the soul of Ivorian identity. Now, this Ivorian couscous represents more than a meal. It's also a financial lifeline for so many. And UNESCO's recognition celebrates atieke as a culinary treasure alongside Japan's sake and arguably more Japanese than sushi. Now, it's Ukraine's fasienki, which is a colorfully hand-painted Easter egg. Now, Brazil has the Minas cheese and China's Spring Festival. And with that, we carry on with these festival themes and dive into all things sport. And here's G-Man with the latest.
Thank you so much. Well, let's kick it off with cricket this morning at Brian Rickleton's maiden Test century, guiding the Proteas to a solid 269 for 7 at stumps on day one of their second test up against Sri Lanka, playing out at St George's Park in Gqeberha. So Rickleton came to the crease in the second over and then anchored brilliantly with the innings with a gritting 101 of 250 balls. Had to work for it, including 11 fours. And he built two crucial partnerships along the way, adding 113 runs for that fourth wicket, with skipper Temba Bavuma contributed a very fluent 78 and 77 runs for the sixth wicket, with Kyle Verreynne, who remains unbeaten on 48. Come on, lad. Now we resume play at 10 a.m. this morning, and of course showing a lot of promise. Now we turn to rugby, and the Springbok women's sevens team will begin their bid to reclaim the HSBC Sevens status at the HSBC Sevens Challenger tournaments in Cape Town, and that'll happen in March of next year. So the back-to-back events on the 1st and 2nd, then the 7th and 8th of March will feature 12 men's and 12 women's teams battling for promotion. The top 8 teams will advance to that final tournament in Krakow in Poland, with the 4 highest scorers qualifying for the Sevens playoffs in Los Angeles on the 3rd and 4th of May. So a very tangible route. Now let's turn to football, and Lionel Messi and Inter Miami will open FIFA's revamped 32-team Club World Cup up against Egypt's Al Ahly on the 15th of June. What a matchup. Group A also features Brazil's Palmeiras and Portugal's Porto. Neymar's Al Hilal will face Real Madrid in Group H, while Manchester City meet Juventus in Group G. And FIFA President Gianni Infantino, he's hailed the tournament as a new era in club football. Sounding pretty exciting already. Now we end off with golf, and Max Homa began his Nedbank Golf Challenge title defense in style, finishing the first round atop the leaderboard with a 6-under par 66. Brilliant round. 6-time PGA Tour champion birdied his first 3 holes and then closed with birdies on the 17th and 18th, overcoming 2 dropped shots on that back 9 as well. So showing form and a bit of resilience, and he holds a 1-stroke lead over South Africa's Aukie Strydom at the moment. So if you're in the area, go and support the locals. But a great weekend of sport. The stage has been set, and of course we're going to delve a little deeper into sevens in just a moment. But right now, let's get prepped for the weather.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, let's talk weather right now. And the South African Weather Service has issued several warnings. Now, starting off with a yellow level 2 warning, it highlights severe thunderstorms over Mpumalanga's escarpment. And that's potentially causing hail, strong winds, heavy rain, and lightning-related damage. Now, on top of this, a yellow level 1 warning, and that's for flagging damaging winds, challenging navigation at sea between Slankhop and Cape Agulhas, which should be easing by this afternoon. Now, we're also adding extremely high fire danger, which persists across the Northern Cape, the Free State, and the Limpopo Valley. And additionally, a heat wave will continue to affect Gauteng, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and parts of KwaZulu-Natal, and that's up until Sunday. Well, from weather news, let's dive into our sunrise view of the hour. And absolutely excited for this one, which was sent in by Karabo, all the way from the northwest. And we're sharing our morning view. Well, his morning view, in fact, and what a view indeed. And you can just see the glow peeking through those clouds. It looks like a bit of a painting in the sky there, and the glow also being highlighted just in the foreground of the trees. I absolutely love this one, Karabo. Lots of detail, lots to get excited about, and especially when you're talking about the weekend, which is officially here. So Karabo, thanks for ushering us into it. And in the next hour, we can hopefully do the same. You can share your sunrise view with us. The number's 063-408-8863. For now, though, let's take our first look at the temperatures we can expect on our sides of town.
All right, we came out the gates pretty quick. So
Yeah, we
put
did.
on the brakes. Just everyone chill out, relax. Okay, I know it's still the week, but it's a Friday, so that gives me chocolate milk vibes. Okay.
And you know what another thing about Friday means? That often we love to dance, right? So we got Justin in the building who's going to be teaching us incredible dance. We're talking about a numbered piano dance. I'm hoping that we can learn more about that a little bit later, but more importantly, talking about the fact that that dance is taking place at the stadium, and that's at the Cape Town Stadium during the 7. So while all that's going on, there's actually a huge tournament happening just by the way.
And a vitally important one, Selvin Davids is here. He's going to take us inside where the team's at. It kind of felt like they were ready last week, and then just something didn't fire off. Or maybe, I mean, sevens is just crazy. It's so unforgiving, man.
There's no time to think even.
Exactly, man. But I'm sure they are chomping at the bit to get out there in front of a home crowd because they know what they're capable of. Cannot wait.
And they also know what's waiting for them. South Africa, Mzansi, Cape Town. We're going to be there this weekend. We're going to be cheering on our people, and we're going to be cheering on the next 3 hours of magic right here on your Feel Good Breakfast.
I'm going to be guy in the crowd with chocolate milk, bro. I'm going to be raging like that.
Yeah! See you after the break, guys.
Oh, that's really good.
You can make my day. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Take a deep breath because we are in for a massive weekend set against the breathtaking backdrop of Table Mountain. The Cape Town Sevens series returns to DHL Stadium this weekend with 12 elite men's and women's teams battling for glory. Expecting obviously some thrilling rugby, vibrant entertainment. Some of the best of the biz are going to be on that field and some unforgettable moments and hopefully rugby. Selvin Davids, Blitzbox player, now joins us in studio to chat about the weekend's action, what we have seen already and how we're feeling about the year. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, very excited for this weekend and everything that lies ahead of us. It's going to be a tough one this weekend. But yeah, I think the boys are ready.
You were ready last week, I think, and it's got to be so frustrating when you come so close. Just for those who don't understand, and maybe this is the ultimate nuance between rugby and sevens. When we talk about possession being kind of a key element, how unforgiving this game is, how quickly can a game get out of your hands? Talk us through Dubai. What went wrong in your mind?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of individual mistakes. As we all know, we can't play rugby without the ball. And I think we had like 30% ball possession every game. So if you can't get the ball in hand and keep the ball, you can't take control of the ball or of the game. So for us, just to get the ball and keep ball in hand and do our thing.
Just give the lads the chance. Give yourself the chance. And it's amazing how quickly, well, I suppose every player is kind of a playmaker in that side. Does it feel like a shift in the system? And I could hear a coach talking through you there. We can't score points without the ball. I get that, but it does kind of feel like a maturation of where we've been. I know a couple of challenging years going through the Olympics was a big thing, and I think a massive badge of honor there. But does it feel like this is a new era, or are we returning to the golden days? How do you feel about where the form is right now?
Yeah, I think it's a new era.
I love that.
We had a lot of changes in the system. We have some new guys in the system, new management. But yeah, we need to get back to the golden era, as you said. Yeah.
What is that? Because as a player, you need the freedom to be able to express yourself. But how do you take the best players through their pathway? And every one of you has probably been the best individual player in your lane for most of your career. How do you blend that into a system? How do you guys get that right? When do you know that it's working? Because you must feel it. There must be kind of magic in the water.
Usually, when we like enjoying it, you can see on the guys' faces that they're enjoying it. That's when we're most successful. And I think we had a bit of, if I can say it, a setback when it comes to that. It feels like we go into a tournament and we're not confident enough. So if you're not going into a tournament confident, it's going to be tough.
That's the first battle you got to fight before you've even started the battle. Yeah, for sure, I get that.
Definitely. And then we get a lot of freedom. We get a big box, and in that big box is the smaller box. So you must get out of your small box, but stay in the big box,
within that
which
structure.
is the system, yeah.
It must be. Once you unlock the potential of that, when you get to see the players around you, especially the youngsters that are coming through at the moment, that's got to be a magical feeling. To be able to do that, knowing what it feels like from your own perspective to walk out in front of a full Cape Town stadium. What do you prepare the younger players for? How do you prepare the guys that are experiencing this for the first time for that feeling, dude, when you walk in and you hear that local crowd give it stick?
Yeah, there's always expectations when you play at home. But for us, just to keep the youngsters calm. But sometimes they say they calm, but you can see it in their face. And you don't want to force them. So just to make them feel comfortable and just let them know that we have their backs, even though everyone is going to make mistakes, so just go out there and enjoy yourself.
Well, it's almost the nature of sevens. It's almost more how you can deal with the mistakes or the things, the curveballs when they come, because it is going to happen. It's just too unforgiving in that space. That being said, when we talk about expectations, so much of that is on your shoulders. And you get to a certain, I suppose, elite level within this team where when things are falling apart, everyone's just like, okay, no, it's fine. He'll just break. It's fine. He's going to do it now. What do you say to yourself
We've won Dubai the past 5 years, so winning Dubai and coming to Cape Town, there's a lot of expectations. This year it's a bit different because we didn't do as great as we wanted in Dubai. So I think the expectations is a bit lower, so we can go into the games a bit more comfortable. And as they say, sometimes it's good to be the underdog. So I just think we need to go out there and prove ourselves.
Yeah, man. There are other teams in our pool going, what? Underdog what? What do you mean, man? I don't know. Now, we'll talk it up. We'll talk it up. He's in your head right now. I love the fact that we have an opportunity to get there and see some of the best, the champagne rugby that we absolutely love. And, of course, you have the opportunity to win yourself one of 5 sets of double tickets. We are doing our part. All you've got to do is head over to our Expresso social media pages and let us know who is your favorite Blitzbox player. We won't be judgy. We might ask Selvin to have a look at your entries, and he will be very judgy. The competition closes at 12 o'clock today. We're going to get a lot of entries for this one, so jump on it. You can find T's and C's at expressoshow.com.
Can't wait to dive into more of that conversation. The champions are here indeed, but it's time for you to also become a champion and get that winning spirit going. We want you to pound a push-up, play the Daily Lotto, and that's for an estimated 650,000 Rand in jackpots this Thursday. Well, actually, Friday, sorry, and you could be winning big, big, big. And we don't want you to miss out. So buy tickets right now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. Now, here's a reminder, all these details are on our Expresso social media pages, so you can go check them out right now. And we want you to play the Daily Lotto for an estimated 650,000 Rand in jackpots today, and that means that's your day to win big, but only if you play. Good luck.
Ahead of the weekend.
So I cannot wait. I'm expecting it to be sold out by later on today. So yeah, everyone, please go out because it's going to be a massive jewel. This is the start of December.
It is, man. The whole world, the world looks to us. And yes, we've got 5 double tickets to give away. We'll bring you those details. And then the small matter of our Christmas stocking competition. Somewhere around the studio, Christmas stockings, prizes, amazing things. And you guys have an opportunity to plug in yourself. There might still be a naughty elf or two, so just be careful. We'll see you on the other side of this. We can't win the prizes, hey?
Cannot not. No.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, your beauties. Yes, the whole world is in Cape Town right now for the Cape Town leg of the HSBC Sevens series. Officially, I think this should be the official start of the Sevens series. I'm just saying, but it's officially the start of summer, and I think the whole world understands this. Selvin Davids, I'm sorry that we have you here the eve of a tournament like this, because your head must be just going crazy because it's so big, but it's still so small in terms of it just being you on that field and you've got to deliver. When we come out of a Dubai weekend experience like that, sixth place finish, obviously not ticking the boxes that you want to tick, does that help or hurt the team? In your experience with these players, do you come out with that fire burning? Is there less confidence? How are you feeling?
I won't say it's better to do not so good in Dubai, but I think sometimes you can get complacent. So it helps us a bit in a way if you do good the previous tournament, just to get that focus back up, just to get back to zero and just to do what the coaches ask of you.
Just a reset, man. Just a pa-pa. Maybe early in the season, that's not such a bad thing. What surprised you, Mr. Darisa, out of the desert? Because a couple of teams shone. Obviously, we were bitterly disappointed, but some interesting teams to track. Who surprised you the most?
Look, I'm going to first start by saying that I don't like seeing the Blitzboks losing, but maybe this is a sign that when they've been doing so well in Dubai, they didn't do well last week. That means that they'll do well in Cape Town. Because whenever we win in Dubai, there's an expectation of winning.
Everyone's now touching their tables,
and we're like,
turning their
okay,
hats
cool.
around.
So maybe this is the turnaround we needed. We needed that bit of disappointment to add that, that fire.
For sure.
For this weekend to come, for us to take Cape Town. And I think Cape Town's been wanting it so badly. But if there's one team, actually two teams, it's the team that won last year, Argentina. They love, Cape Town loves them. They broke the pool as well at the end of the tournament. Like, come on, who does that? And then Spain. They're now sitting second after the first tournament. Like, who would have thought that Spain would be a team that's going all the way at the moment and causing major upsets?
Like, they love their rugby, dude, and there are a lot of synchronicity. I've spent a little bit of time in Spain, and there's a similar energy and feel. I think they would love the freedom of this version of rugby. Mentioned Argentina. I could feel the body tense up just a little bit. You've obviously got to think a lot about these teams, but also kind of not. How do you put that in its place? Because everyone says you take each game as it comes, and you've got to think of yourself. But you are playing against another team who is showing some form at the moment. So how do you chat about how to counter? Do you get into situations that might come up? How do you guys deal with it? Or is it really the cliche of, well, we can only look after ourselves?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. We know Argentina and Ireland is a quality outfits. They have quality players, physical. They big, they quick.
They like the physicality as well. They enjoy it.
But I think the most important thing is we need to focus on ourselves. We need to focus on our roles and responsibilities, and for us going into the game, just doing or playing to the best of our abilities. I think that will make us successful at the end of the day.
And it does. I love the fact that we reach this level with these guys, that the magic is a responsibility now. We want those X-factor moments as a responsibility. But they get that. And it's awesome to hear you put it in that way, because it does start with that responsibility. And we have a responsibility as fans to break a world record. What's going on, man?
Yes,
Are we going to do this?
Before I get to that, I just need to let everyone know that the Blitzboks needs to win 2 games, because there's no margin for error.
You can't lose in the group.
You cannot lose in the group.
That being said, is that freaking you guys out?
Yeah.
So and we haven't had a good home run with Ireland in Cape Town, so I'm hoping it's going to be different this time around. But let's dive into the world record. It's going to be magnificent. We saw what happened with the homecoming match with the Springboks and the All Blacks. What is it? No DNA, just RSA. And there was the Amapiano dance. We've had the Street Stylers Entertainers or Street Stylers Entertainment on the show before. They were absolutely amazing when they did that at DHL Stadium. And now we're going to attempt a world record. So they've had about 10
even
workshops.
bigger.
Yeah, even bigger. They've had about 10 workshops. Luckily, this man on my on my right over here, he got away with it. He was in a sling, so he didn't have to do the dance.
You do
so
what you gotta
you know,
do,
we called out the likes of Zane Davids and Shakes for their dance moves, but they're wanting everyone to stand up on Sunday, everyone to do it, and they've gotten every person in this country hyped up for this. I cannot wait because I'm also trying to do it.
Can we do it at home and just record ourselves?
You can do
add
that
it to the mix.
You're going to do that.
I doubt
I'll
I'll
be
have
there.
a choice, man.
So I don't know about
I doubt
you.
I'll have a choice. I absolutely love it. And the fact that we're giving tickets away, and we will give you those details in just a moment. But we just want to say, dude, enjoy yourself. I know there is a lot of expectation, and it seems to have gotten worse over recent years that you guys, especially in the rugby lane, kind of have to solve all of our problems every time you go out in the field. We're okay, brother. You just go and enjoy yourself. Have an awesome weekend. Just win. Please, just win. We need the Cape Town win. Now, we just need to see the boys deliver like they do every weekend, and we need to be there, and we'll help you get there. We've got 5 sets of double tickets to give away. What you're going to do is head over to our socials. I know it's like picking your favorite child, but we all have a favorite child, so pick your favorite Blitzbok player. Let us know why as well, and better make it a good answer because we're going to get a lot of entries for this one. You can find all of the T's and C's at expressoshow.com. Entries close at 12 midday today. My brother, good luck. Stay safe.
Thank you. Will do.
Oh man, tell me you're not excited. Come on, I can't help but smile at this one. I'm thinking of the weekend. It's going to be an absolute festival you have to get involved in. And here's something else we want you to get involved in, right? Think about this, right? The lights are twinkling, the trees are up, and the magic of Christmas is in the air. Now it's time to embrace the festive spirit as we gather around, decorate, and celebrate all the joy that this season brings. Now, it's holiday season, so let the excitement begin. I think it's time for the annual Expresso Festive Stocking Competition and your chance to be one of 4 lucky winners. Now, you stand the chance to win the following. Number 1, a Lego Ninjago Source Dragon of Motion worth 2,999 Rand. Number 2, a Szymanski 14-karat yellow gold Cape Town small diamond pendant and chain worth 9,980 Rand. Number 3, a Nintendo Switch and Super Mario Jambori bundle worth 9,299 Rand. And then lastly, number 4, a Dunlop jacket and double-walled 530ml flask worth 1,000 Rand. This is incredible stuff. Everything that we want to get excited for. And all you got to do is simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us the following. Who will you be spending the festive season with? And that's the question. Who are you going to be spending the festive season with? Let us know, and don't forget to use the hashtag ExpressoFestive in your answer. Now, here's a reminder that the competition closes at midday, Monday the 16th of December, and from the 19th of December, 4 lucky winners will pick a festive stocking live on air to uncover their exciting festive prize. Now, it's the season of giving, and Expresso is here to make it extra special just for you. Now, your full T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com. Oh, the festive season is here, and we're going to keep that festive spirit going because Shimmy Isaacs is into the building, and she's got an incredible opportunity for you to get involved in, and we're bringing in all the laughs and all the joy. And then on top of this, we have luxury gifting ideas. Oh, and you don't want to miss out on this one. If you are looking for that special someone to really impress, then I think you want to pay attention to this. Don't go to Mzansi. We'll see you right after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show. We're going to call it the festive edition because we're sending into the weekend. It's December, and why not get into the festive season, which is all about spreading joy, and what better way to do that than with a little bit of laughter. Now, this morning, we're joined by the award-winning actress, writer, and comedian, amongst many other things. It's the one and only Shimmy Isaacs! Yeah! If you've been living under a rock, come on, guys, listen. After an incredible year that she's had creating and producing a hit sitcom, Mince Jou Harde, Shimmy is back in the comedy scene with a brand new show, Laugh for a Cause, and it's set to take the stage on December the 14th at Fire and Ice Protea Hotel. So yes, please, and looking like the angel on top of a Christmas tree right now, sparkling in gold, Shimmy Isaacs, how you doing?
I'm well. I'm so
I missed
happy to
you.
be back. I know.
Yeah.
Because you guys are like second family.
Yeah, but you've been busy, and that's
I
okay.
have.
The reason why we missed you is because we've been doing something absolutely incredible, which I want to talk about. Mince Jou Harde.
Give me a mic. Thank you.
Yeah,
love.
we want to make it all prestigious.
Oh, the
you
show
know?
has started already.
Yeah,
Let's go.
you deserve it. I just realized what that meant for you. It's like,
Right.
all right, get into
Yes,
character.
let's go.
But listen, let's talk about the show, Mince Jou Harde.
Yes.
People loved it.
Yes.
What was it like being a part of the season and the incredible, like, sort of feedback that you got as well?
I must say, you won't believe this, buddy. It's doing really well in Namibia.
Namibia?
Yes, I know.
We gone international.
I know, we've gone international. It's
okay.
doing exceptionally well, and people are asking for a second season. Hey!
Yes, please, put that out there.
You know, I think for me, it was always just about getting the show out there and getting people to see the show, getting people to see a different side of themselves. So that for me was enough. Everything else that comes with it, all the other successes, all the other cherries, that is a bonus, and I'm just so grateful, so grateful.
And I'm so grateful that with the many talents that you do have, you still are using them and you're still giving it to us, the people.
Yes.
And not just in what we were talking about with regards to the series, but literally when we talk about this event, which is it next week?
It's next weekend, yes, the 14th.
Whoa, the 14th, all right?
Yes.
Laugh for a Cause.
Yes.
Now this hints at more than just laughing. This
Yeah.
hints at more than just comedy. Talk to me about the why,
Yeah.
the inspiration behind it, and what we can expect.
Well, so a few years ago, just before COVID, actually, when inflation was great, you know,
time to be alive.
it was something that I started with a very good friend of mine, Brendan Lewis. He's actually my sound guy.
Okay.
And so we started kind of doing, at the end of the year, we would do stand-up, but we would kind of try to get people to bring things, you know, whether it was canned foods or whatever it was. And so it's something that I'm trying to kind of bring back with this particular show. You know, comedy hasn't had that affiliation for some time where it was driven by an initiative behind it. And, you know, I don't have kids, but I love children. And I think we are living in a time where the minds of our children are so important.
Yes.
You know, we're sitting with children who are suffering with mental illness and all kinds of different stuff within this new world order that we're living in. And so I really wanted to bring a little bit and spread a little bit of joy to kids who really need, you know, just to feel seen. Shimmy Isaacs, my brand, has always about seeing people. And I want children to know that I haven't forgotten about them, that I still see them. Children are really the future of the world, not just this country. And so that was the drive behind this particular show. I called up my sound guy and I said, hey, I think it's time that if we're going to go hit the stage again, because it's my coming back into stand-up again after a successful television and film career.
Which we're not complaining about.
No. But I said to Brendan, hey, man, I think we got to get this thing up and running. And he's always 100% behind anything I do. And so that was really the purpose behind this is let's get back to the basics, the kids.
And for me, what I love is the fact that we're not only just seeing a passion play out here, but when a passion can create positive impact like this, sign me up. That's something I'm celebrating. But I just think of this time of the year, it's the festive time. For kids, like you mentioned, this is such an important time for family togetherness, to not be taken from the negative external influences in their communities and actually just have that sort of jovial spirit about him. So is the show going to lend towards that? Is it going to
Oh, yeah.
give some of that sort of festive feel as well?
Oh, definitely, definitely. And you see, the reason why is also I think we've lived through our telephones for quite some time.
That's true, yeah.
And I'm really trying with this particular show. I'm not even trying. I know I'm going to have it.
Gonna happen.
It's going to happen. Is to get people to connect with one another again, and it's also to get young people out of the house a little bit. You know, come out and come see me live. You don't just have to watch me
Behind
on
the
your
screen.
phones anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because I think that is sometimes where the mental illness creeps in a little bit. You know, as we're trying to emulate a life that is a little bit outside of our reality, and this particular show of mine really deals with reality.
Oh, wow,
It
okay.
deals with the reality of how things are at the moment, because I myself had a little bit of a run-in when I ordered something online, darling, and it wasn't the size I thought it would be.
I see where this is
Yes,
going.
it was a massage gun, just so
Okay.
your minds are clear. And you know when you go, oh, everybody's doing it, everybody's ordering online.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Oh my goodness, and it's all about convenience. But hey, you're gonna wait another 3 weeks. Okay. 3 weeks. How's that for convenience?
3 weeks of just the muscles getting stiffer and even worse.
Exactly.
Listen, let's talk about this actual show for everyone that I'm sure definitely wants to get involved in
Yes.
it. What are the dates? How do we get the tickets? And where's the venue?
Okay, so it's Fire and Ice Protea Hotel in Cape Town. Okay, and the wonderful thing is you can arrive early, you can have dinner with your mates, with your wife, with your children. Okay, it is 13 PG. Okay.
Nice, okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so from 14 up you can come. Okay, it's we're gonna keep it moderately clean. And then it is the 14th of December, and you can get tickets on Quicket, or you can go to my Instagram at Shimmy Isaacs, and you can go to the link in my bio, and you can order your tickets right now. But do not forget, the only requirement for you coming to the show besides the ticket, you have to come with a toy, old or new, for a child. And we're going to have a tree on stage where you'll be able to place your little gifts. And yeah, so that's the only other requirement for you to enter the show, is you've got to come with a gift. It can be old or new for a child in need this Christmas.
Absolutely brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shimmy Isaacs, and we are talking about Laugh for a Cause, the stand-up show, 14th of December. You heard the details. Find a link in a bio with our socials, or you can head over to Quicket right now and get involved in something that's definitely going to elevate the spirits and much needed for the festive season. Thank you, Shimmy.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Can't believe I get to say I knew Shimmy Isaacs during her wholesome era. I can't believe 14-year-olds are allowed at this gig. Am I mature enough to go to the gig, though, is what I need to find out. Everybody is welcome. Just make sure you have your toy to spread a little bit of that love and positivity. I love that. So let's get in a gifting mood right now. And if you're ready to indulge in the world of luxury gifting, because there are those people in our lives that absolutely deserve it. Editor-in-Chief of Glamour South Africa, Nontando Mposo, is here. She has handpicked the most opulent gifts for the festive season, curated, if you will. And she is here to take us through a journey of discovery and inspiration. And we are just putting it out there that if someone happened to be thinking about gifting ideas for ourselves,
Yes.
I'm just saying we might be putting a little something on the table. I'm going to give you the obligatory well done high five, because we have got a jam-packed counter here. Absolutely gorgeous. Maybe we can start with an ethos or a way that you approach gifting. What is your mindset like when you embrace a season like this? What's going through your head?
Well, I approach it in two ways. First of all, on a personal level, if I know that you really want a Stanley Cup, or if I know that you really want a perfume, then okay, I will get it for you. And also, that element of surprise is always nice. You know,
Yes.
they mustn't know what you're going to get for them.
And I've learned there are certain things like the Stanley Cup that people will let you know if they want one.
Yeah,
You'll
like
be
that's on my
walking
list.
past certain stores at a certain time. I love that. So we do generally track trends, and it's not to say that all of us follow these trends, but it's often a nice jumping off point to see what's really hot right now, and there's
Yes.
generally a reason why these things are trending. So what is trending this festive?
I would say personalized gifts. So gifts that are engraved with somebody's name, because that gives it just that special extra
Perfect.
touch. And also experiences, like give someone a private dining experience, a massage, something that they can experience and remember for a really long time, as well as wellness, beauty items like we have on this counter.
Sure.
As well as like tech. People love gadgets and playing with different tech, like your iPad, your phone.
I suppose it becomes an experience that they can keep having over. The nice thing about those kind of shared experiences is you get to go along with them just to...
Right.
Because you can't do these things alone. You can't go on a massage on your own. It's just boring, man. It's just too boring.
Absolutely.
I absolutely love that. And you can start thinking about this question in terms of how we make a gift thoughtful. And we'll round back to that, but we've got too many amazing things on display here. Talk me through what jumped off the shelf for you, literally.
Okay, like a fragrance is always a good gift. Like you have this Visage, like look how stunning the bottle is. You can get it for him.
And it's
or
an
for her.
OG kind of a fragrance.
Right.
It really is.
And if you want a feather spoil, you can never go wrong with Gucci. Because you even get to keep the bottles, the packaging, and of course, your Stanley Cup.
Sure we.
How stunning.
Sure we. Next level.
And just tapping into that wellness, like the Nutri Bullet, like the coffee machine, or even like a coffee table book, something to add some character into your home.
And it also just shows that nuance of, I've thought about this. I know
Yeah.
what you really like. I know what's going to make you excited. And I do love a coffee table book in this digital era, but there's those sorts of things. I'm quite old school in that way.
Yeah.
So if you just hit the right angle, you don't often have to break the bank. It's about finding that investment piece that's
Exactly.
going to last for years, and it really, really does make a big difference. Your advice for someone wanting to make this gifting process really personal, and you've touched on a couple of brilliant ideas, but what advice would you have for someone wanting to make this absolutely unforgettable?
I mean, don't make what you have or your pockets be like the deciding factor on what to get, because, we're living in this economy, so that's
For
always...
sure.
But if you can afford to splurge, like you can shop for gifts online, so you don't have to be on that rush at malls, or, just get whatever you feel that you need to get to spoil someone for Christmas.
If you could, and I think we are struggling to keep our eyes off this, if you could take home one thing on this little beautiful display here, what do you think it would be?
I love a good beauty products. So, and I love this Clarice Precious. It leaves your skin so soft and moist and so beautiful. And of course, a Gucci fragrance and a Stanley Cup. I'm never without a Stanley Cup. And you can never have too many. And I love how stunning these pots look.
They are stylistic statement pieces as much as they are functional. And yes, they are some of the highest performing. There's a reason why we kind of put them in this luxury elite zone, because they deliver on the promise as much as the price tag. Absolutely exquisite. Take it all, bag it. I will take it all. Oh, there are some partners out there that are sweating a little bit right now, but don't worry, maybe you'll be receiving. And we have got some exquisite gifts that really do show how much a person matters. If you can do it, go and splurge. And from the first Secret Santa to that final Christmas feast, Woolworths has got absolutely everything. They've got you covered with everything you need for your most loved up Christmas ever. And you can shop the luxury homeware and beauty gifts in-store, online, or using their amazing app. Go in store just to smell this. Just a recommendation.
Absolutely loving it now. Don't be fooled. I'm not standing next to a mountain right now. This is just Rudy, our cameraman. I'm still back here at the Expresso Feel Good show. And for you, Mzansi, we're going to give you a lot to feel good about straight after this, because we've got a West Ham fan coming through. Chase Brand's going to tell us all about his crazy fandom when it comes to being a West Ham fan and exactly why. And a great opportunity for you also to get involved in, because we're giving away some cool jerseys. On top of this, we're also going to give you a reason to stay hydrated for the season. Yes, the sun's out. It's getting hot out there, so we got you covered, Mzansi. Don't go anywhere. See you after this.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code Expresso for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I know we have kind of filled our heads with all this beautiful Christmas cheer, the sparkling lights, the beautiful sunshine. But what if we take our festive cheer a little too far? Now, the warmer days are already here. We've felt it. Keeping active and participating in outdoor activities is essential. We know we've got to move, but the hydration then becomes more important than ever. And it's about more than just drinking water. Summer heat and activities can quickly deplete those essential electrolytes, which are key to keeping you energized and feeding our best, to keeping us moisturized from the inside out. But here to guide us through why hydration is so crucial, especially during the hottest months of the year, is the lovely Jackie Myman. Jack's great to have you here. Yeah, I suppose this is the algorithm of your life of like, just don't be stupid, okay? You're in the sun, drink the water. But it's not often as simple as that, because the dehydration, it's not a case of just getting water in. Talk me through electrolytes. It doesn't sound like it should be something that exists in a human body, but rather on a scale electrics track. What are electrolytes? Take us inside the greatest mystery.
Okay, so we all know how important water is. Okay, our bodies are anything between 50 to 75% water.
Sure.
It cushions our brain, it lubricates our eyes, it allows our lungs to process oxygen and carbon dioxide. But what we forget is that it's not water alone. So we also need electrolytes. So these are basically positively and negatively charged ions, if you want to look at the science of it.
Love it.
But it's potassium, sodium, magnesium, chloride, bicarbonate. It keeps our bodies balanced in terms of acid and base. It allows our nerves, your brain to function. So your neurotransmitters, yes. So when the weather gets really, really hot and we perspire, because half of what keeps us going is the ability of hydrating ourselves to maintain our body temperature.
So that we can cool ourselves off
So
with
when
our radiator,
Yes, so when it gets hot, we perspire a lot more. Or maybe men just sweat. You know, us ladies, we only perspire.
You glow.
We glow. Yes. And when we sweat, we lose salts. Okay. So putting water back in is not sufficient. We start losing those salts, and then we can't even absorb the water properly. So electrolytes are incredibly important.
Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. That's a little bit terrifying because when it hits, I've experienced heat stroke, I know too, when you take it as far as that. But you don't have to go quite to that extreme for the dehydration to start to have an effect. What are the warning signs then? What should we notice within ourselves, especially our kids, that they might be underhydrated?
Okay. So there are some very subtle signs. And important to note, a lot of people think, when I'm thirsty, I must drink water. It's too late by the time you're thirsty. We need to look for more subtle signs. So there are things like, for instance, chapped lips, constipation, dark urine, headaches. All of those are signs that we're not drinking enough water. Obviously, in a baby, and it's interesting, Graham, babies are more than 75% water. As we get older, our bodies are made up of less water.
Oh,
but
wow.
babies are basically water because it's to protect them.
So they need to cry it out. They've got
So it's incredibly important to keep them hydrated. They get dehydrated very easily. And in a baby, you get the depressed fontanelle. Sometimes if they are getting really dehydrated when they cry, they don't have tears
They don't actually.
anymore.
Oh, and I made a joke about it now. How bad do I feel? Hey, what kind of person does that?
Dry mouth is another one, and bad breath sometimes is insufficient fluids.
But, I'm so glad that you pointed this out or singled this out, because often we'll feed our little ones their milk or their formula, but we don't think about topping up on the water, as simple as that is, and building that kind of relationship with water. I love that. There has been a bug flying around. Nobody has been safe. And it's gone through schools, through relatives. Somehow I've dodged a bullet, but it's always the go-to when I go to my pharmacy. I love you, Ian. Electrolytes, electrolytes, electrolytes. Why is it so important to put that back? What's going on in our system when we get heavy diarrhea, when we go through that kind of process, and we need the electrolytes so badly?
100%. So as the temperatures go up, we are more susceptible to bugs from gastroenteritis. Food goes off more quickly. There's more bacteria around. So this is the season where you're going to get the diarrhea and the vomiting. Now, when you sweat, you lose salts. When you're vomiting and have got diarrhea, you are losing huge quantities of your electrolytes. You become dehydrated very quickly. You can imagine, you're
From
drinking
the main
something,
action center
you're drinking
as well,
something
yeah.
and it's going zoops, straight out again.
Yeah.
So incredibly important if you've got vomiting and diarrhea to take a rehydrating solution.
For sure.
And it's best to get ones that are already made, because you can make one at home yourself with salt and a little bit of sugar and boiled and cooled water.
Oh, wow, okay.
But that only has sodium chloride. Whereas the ones that you can purchase have got potassium, they've got bicarbonate, and they've got glucose, which is incredibly important.
Now I'm understanding why with sports drinks in particular, we put back in what we take out. So it's almost would seem incumbent then that we drink these drinks that have a high load, whether it's the energy load or the electrolytes. Put it in afterwards when your body's been depleted of that.
Important what you're saying there, because it's not just vomiting, diarrhea, and heat, but exercise. A lot of us forget to rehydrate when we exercise. And just one warning, be careful of too many sports drinks, because they've got a lot of sugar in it. They do have electrolytes,
Yeah, but there's a whole lot of other
it's better
stuff.
to have water and a rehydrating solution that you reconstitute.
And in this lane specifically, because we do need to put back in, and it's not as simple as 8 cups of water. Absolutely love that. And something that I lean on more than my pharmacists, or maybe, no, that's a lie, but almost as often as, certainly as a parent, when we dive into all of these summer activities, the heat and the dehydration are going to become much more of a dominant factor. And of course, with Rehydrate, I think a name that we all absolutely know and trust, you can support that faster recovery in your system, rehydrating better than water alone to keep you at your best, whether that's recovering from gastroenteritis or diarrhea, or just kind of rehydrating your body when you've taken out a little more than you put in earlier today. I love that, and the range there gets quite specific for what you need. So whether that's before, during, or after a race or just a busy day, Rehydrate. Jackie, thank you.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Beautiful conversation. Thank you for the education and a perfect timing too. It's just gone on 7 o'clock. Official duties shall commence. I'm going to start off with national headlines. Now, pilots from South African Airways Pilots Association and the National Transport Movement Pilots Forum have gone on strike over a wage dispute. Now, they demand a 15% wage increase, while SAA offers 8.4%. Now, the strike, likely to disrupt flight operations during the festive season, follows significant salary cuts of up to 50% for many workers during the business rescue process. Now, SAA says it has implemented contingency plans to minimize disruptions. On top of this, spokesperson Vimla Maestri assured that management is committed to resolving the issue and minimizing impact on customers. Next up, Minister of Electricity, Kgosientsho Ramokgopa, has criticized a Pretoria High Court ruling against the government's plan to secure 1,500 megawatts of electricity from new coal-fired power stations. Now, the court ruled the plan violates South Africans' rights to health, and speaking in Bosho Free State, Ramokgopa stated that court rulings won't resolve the country's power crisis. Now, he added that the department's legal team will review the decision and provide advice on the way forward. Now, Ramokgopa also emphasized that policy decisions lie with the government and not with the court. Now we move over to international headlines, and Emmanuel Macron announced he will name a new prime minister, and that's in the coming days, following Michel Barnier's ousting in a no-confidence vote on Wednesday. Now, in a national address, Macron criticized his political opponents, calling the far-right and far-left parties an quote, anti-Republican front, unquote. Now, he accused them of focusing on the next presidential election rather than the interests of voters. And Macron rejected calls to step down, asserting his commitment to finish his term, which lasts until 2027. Now, Barnier will remain in a caretaker role until a successor is confirmed. Next up, a fan of English football club Arsenal, celebrating the team's 2-0 victory over Manchester United, was allegedly shot dead by a security guard in Uganda. Now, another fan was injured when the guard opened fire on jubilant supporters at a restaurant in Lukaya town, which is 100 kilometers from Kampala. Now, the violence erupted after the manager, angered by the noise, asked the guard to intervene. Now, despite warnings, the fans continued celebrating loudly, prompting the guard to fire. Now, both the guard and manager are on the run, with police investigating. Now, lastly, Ivory Coast's iconic atieke, which is a couscous, which is similar to a delight made from fermented cassava flour. Now, it has earned a prestigious place on UNESCO's latest intangible cultural heritage list. Now, loved for its versatility, atieke graces every table, from vibrant weddings to heartfelt funerals, uniting communities across West Africa. Now, the delicate, time-honored process, passed from mother to daughter, reflects the soul of Ivorian identity. Now, this Ivorian couscous represents more than a meal. It's also a financial lifeline for many, and UNESCO's recognition celebrates atieke as a culinary treasure, alongside Japan's sake, which is arguably more Japanese than sushi, and as well as Ukraine's sianki, which is a colorfully hand-painted Easter egg. We've got Brazil's Minas cheese and China's Spring Festival. Well, let's keep the festival spirits going. And here's G-Man with the latest when it comes to all things sport.
Thank you so much, my friend. Let's start with a standout performance from young Ryan Rickleton. His maiden Test century, in fact, guided the Proteas to a solid 269 for 7 at stumps. That was on day 1 of their second Test up against Sri Lanka, currently playing out at St George's Park in Gqeberha. Rickleton came to the crease in the second over and then anchored from then on with a gritty 101 of 250. That one's going to earn respect, including 11 falls there in that innings. Now, he built 2 crucial partnerships along the way, adding 133 runs for the 4th wicket with skipper Temba Bavuma. It looks great again. He contributed a fluent 78 and then 77 runs for that 6th wicket with Kyle Verreynne. He currently remains unbeaten on 48. So the stage has been set. Play resumes at 10 a.m. this morning. Now let's turn to the big one, potentially for our Springbok Women's Sevens team. They'll begin their bid to reclaim HSBC Sevens status at the HSBC Sevens Challenger tournaments happening in Cape Town. That's March next year. So the back-to-back events on the 1st and 2nd, then the 7th and 8th of March will feature 12 men's and 12 women's teams battling for promotion. It's a biggie. Top 8 teams will advance to the final tournament in Krakow in Poland, with the 4 highest scorers qualifying for the Sevens playoffs in Los Angeles on the 3rd and 4th of May. So this could be their ticket. Now, this is a ticket you want to get. Wow, look at these matchups. Lionel Messi and his Inter Miami, they will open FIFA's revamped 32-team Club World Cup against Egypt's Al Ahly on the 15th of June. Group A also features Brazil's Palmeiras and Portugal's Porto. Neymar's Al Hilal will face Real Madrid in Group H. Then Man City are up against Juventus in Group G, just to name a few. And FIFA president feeling very proud of himself, Gianni Infantino. He hailed the tournament as, quote, a new era in club football. Now let's turn to the golf happening on local shores. And Max Homer, he's in stellar form. He began his Nedbank Golf Challenge title defense in style, finishing the first round atop the leaderboard with a 6 under par 66. Yes, he is one of the best in the world. Don't judge yourself too harshly. The 6-time PGA Tour champion birdied his first 3 holes, then closed with birdies on the 17 and 18, overcoming 2 drop shots on that back 9 as well. So he holds a 1-stroke lead over South Africa's Oki Strydom. If you are in the area, beautiful setting and clearly some amazing golf. Go and check it out and support. That's where we leave our sport for now. Let's catch up on the roads.
Thank you, G-Man. Yeah, lots to look forward to right now. But let's see how we can assist you when it comes to the roads. We're going to start off in Gauteng. Now, there's been a truck and motor vehicle collision on the N1 southbound, and that's before the Bucklade interchange. And 2 right lanes are closed, resulting in slow-moving traffic. Now, additional travel time is advised for motorists using this route, as heavy delays are expected. So please proceed with caution if you are in the affected area. Now we move to Cape Town in Milnerton. There is congestion building up on the south side of the N7, and that's at the N1 inbound ramp. Now we're asking you to maintain a safe following distance, as rainy conditions are expected, and wherever you're heading today, stay safe while driving. From the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. Reporting on the world of weather right now, and the South African Weather Service has issued several warnings. Now, starting with a yellow level 2 warning, which highlights severe thunderstorms over Mpumalanga's escarpment and potentially causing hail, strong winds, heavy rain, and lightning. And that's all relating to potential damage too. Now, on top of this, a yellow level 1 warning flags damaging winds, challenging navigation at sea, and this is taking place between Slankop and Cape Agulhas, easing by this afternoon. Now, on top of this, we have extremely high fire danger conditions, which are persisting across the Northern Cape, the Free State, and the Limpopo Valley. And additionally, a heat wave will continue to affect Gauteng, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and parts of KwaZulu-Natal until Sunday. Well, let's bring in some inspiration with another sunrise view of the hour. And we got something all the way from Pennington. And this one sent in from Nancy. And what an absolutely iconic shot. It looks like the start of adventure. I'm jealous right now, and looking at the person just about to dive onto that beach. I wish we could all take a page out of that book, either fishing or either going out for something exciting, but nonetheless, it's taking advantage of the beauty of nature. And I think with that being said, Mzansi, I hope you get to do the same thing. We are in South Africa, of course, the absolutely most beautiful playground that we could think of. And with that being said, thank you again for the sunrise views, and a reminder to do it always. The number's 063-408-8863. We absolutely love seeing how you start your day wherever you are in the country. And speaking of, let's see what temperatures you can expect on your side of the country.
right, class is in session. Children, okay, I only want the best behavior. I don't know who was trying to upset whose apple cart earlier. Arthur and Lebo are here. They are very funny people, so just brace yourself. We are in the kitchen. We are making something. You do have microphones on. Is this the most delicious thing we've ever made in this kitchen?
Yes,
Eh?
I think so.
Why weren't you so sure? How come she was out the gates and you were like, oh, I'm going to see afterwards?
But
maybe.
because we're making it, so...
It has to be delicious.
Yes.
Gotta be great.
I love that kind of confidence. Yes, we're going to delve into a beautiful, I'm going to call it a festive treat, but it's something, believe it or not, I haven't made on the show before, which is quite a thing. Yes. And not like this. We're going to elevate our cheese in a whole different way. Why? Because Mrs. Balls is coming round to visit. We're going to have a whole lot of fun with that. And then, yes, get a little footy inspired as well. A big weekend in the Premier League. We'll see you now. It does look good.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh man, you can see by the smile on my face, I'm actually cramping a little bit here. I love, this is the best part about this show, is because we get to reveal, maybe she's already been revealed to the world, but we can create a platform for the very most talented people on the planet to share that talent with you. And Naledi is a South African-born, New York-based vocalist, but we're doing our best to keep her this side. She's a composer, she is a teaching artist, she lives purpose in everything that you do, or she does, and you can hear that in every note. Captivating global audiences with a unique blend of jazz, storytelling, and African heritage. And if you're curious about her talent, let's give you just a little taste. Take a listen. Your phones, feel it in your heart. Can we get a round of applause for Naledi? Woo, girl.
Hi.
Oh man, I'm literally got goosebumps just watching that. If your social media content can bring people to goosebumps, just imagine you on a stage. Just imagine you in that space. But I got to ask, because as I was doing your little intro there, you're looking around the room like someone else is going to enter. It's you, girl. You are that person. You embody so much, and I say with all due respect for someone who is so young. It kind of feels like I'm sitting with an Erica Badu who's got like a lifetime of different nuances informing her journey. How many lives have you lived to be representing so much at the moment, man? It's crazy to me. I know there were about 10 questions in there, so I'm going to start with one. How are you in these crazy times?
I am so excited to be here. Thank you for having me. It's so good to be home. I've been good. You know, I just come from a really cold winter. I stepped out of the US, it was like minus 11 degrees Celsius, and then I got to South Africa and it was 33 degrees Celsius.
So you're the reason.
And
you are the reason.
You know, maybe,
Thank
possibly. But I'm really good. I'm really happy to be here.
A global village. Can I say you're a global citizen? Because I love the fact that South Africans are very much representing that right now. Well done, Tyler, last night. Everyone was just like, wow, superstar. But this is the world we live in now. Young South African women are owning international markets. We've got to look at that side. But there's obviously a lot of purpose driving you, but you are starting to get traction in commercial spaces. Is that a feeling you get? Is it a song that breaks on radio? How do you know that you're getting it right? Or is it just up to you to keep fueling that fire yourself?
Yeah, it's kind of hard because right is so subjective. You can't really be like, you know, this is what I've been dreaming about. This is, I think for me, it's really when I see and hear people connect to the music. I released my first single at the beginning of this year. And it was so wild in the first week, just seeing how many people had listened to it in random parts of the world, in Indonesia, Japan. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know. I thought this was going to be my mom and my friends.
You might be big in Japan.
Japan is my second biggest market, which is crazy. Yeah. So that's kind of been really beautiful, hearing people connect to the music, reach out, tell me how it's making them feel. And
I joke that you guys have become the emotional language. You've become our EQ, so that the rest of us who aren't blessed with these beautiful words and an understanding of emotion, that you can help us navigate. And it's a beautiful thing. And you seem so happy and healthy, which is a good sign. When we talk about validation, I would imagine in your lane, when someone like a Hans Zimmer comes a knocking, I mean, how do you even wrap your little head around that? Talk me through that collaboration.
Yeah, that was honestly, so I was just on tour with Hans Zimmer all over the US and Canada.
Just get out of the studio. Just get out. Come on.
It was actually just mind-blowing to me. I think when I was first called to be part of the journey, I was like, it didn't kind of, it didn't sit in my mind until
but
I
how
actually.
Can it? I mean,
yeah, it was wild, and we got to rehearsal, and you know, we're all eating lunch together and dinner together, and it's just so normal. Everyone is so nice, such a great family. He was like so great.
I'm just hearing your country.
Literally.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. No.
You know, but that's the beautiful thing about music. It's just everybody comes into one world, and we all just become collaborators and partners. There's no crazy hierarchy. He himself is so humble and just really sharing his story and wanting to listen to our stories, and so that was wild. I still can't believe it. I think I'm still processing.
It'll take a lifetime. And the beautiful thing is, he's probably sitting thinking the same thing about you, because this is the world we live in now. We get mentored up and we get mentored down, and that's just the way that the world needs to work. And music has collaboration on a different level now, and that seems to be how the industry has kind of saved itself, which is a beautiful thing. You're performing, you're live at Youngblood tonight. I mean, we'll give people a taste of what they can expect, but in your words, what do people get out of an experience with you?
Yeah, so I think the main thing about my performing and being in space is telling stories. You asked a question a little bit earlier about, you know, how do you carry this lifetime? It seems like you're young, but you have all these stories and da-da-da. And I like to think of myself as a sonic representation of my past, my present, and a future.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I think the voice is beautiful because it's DNA. It's the only instrument that's DNA. It's the only instrument that was in my great-grandmother and great-great-grandmother, and that is going to continue. continue. So it's just for me really being in space with people, telling our stories, telling the stories of our people, and having us be in collaboration and community. I'm really excited to be doing that.
Just seeing the spiritual gourd being handed down and the goosebumps hit again.
Yeah.
But you can feel that kind of energy, and not in a gratuitous or a trend-driven way. And I know there is a lot of focus on us right now as being the hottest in the world, but there's a reason why people are buying into it, and it's the authenticity.
Yeah.
Because I think we don't have to pretend to be this, you just are, which is amazing. I cannot wait for you to hear this woman speak, sing. It's absolutely mind-blowing what she's going to achieve. Young blood tonight. We'll keep all of those details up on our social media platforms, but you don't have to stray too far. She's performing right here for you.
Oh, wow. Talk about getting excited on a Friday. We cannot wait for that. And here's something that we're going to put together that I think you cannot wait for, right? We're talking about the holiday season, which obviously is fast approaching. And it's time to bring out those festival table showstoppers. So what could be more perfect for your next gathering than Mrs. Ball's cranberry and brie festive tartlets? Sounds delicious, right? Now listen, with creamy brie, we got tangy cranberry sauce and the iconic Mrs. Ball's original chutney. These bite-sized treats are guaranteed to impress. And bringing the heat to the Expresso kitchen this morning, we've got Lebo, the funny chef, and Arthur Ramaroka, all the way from Tiger Brand. So let's get ready to have a delicious amount of fun in the kitchen. To both of you, good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning, Lyle.
You look good, especially the big smiles you have on your face. So thank you for bringing those early in the morning. But let's talk about what's happening here, because literally, I think everybody in the festive season gets this little like incentive to show off.
Sure.
To show off to the family, show off to their friends, to be like, listen, I can handle this and I can do a showstopper. Talk to me how we're putting the showstopper together.
Okay. Are you going to go ahead or should I?
Please lead us.
Okay. Can I
Lead
do
us,
that?
oh funny one. All right.
We're going to, divide. We're going to add into our... What is dividing? You're already going...
Should I?
Yes,
Divide and
you
conquer.
You should.
Okay.
Can we start cutting?
Yes, you start cutting that, and then you're going to do with your little... Can I be saying in English?
The egg wash.
The egg wash.
no,
English
okay,
will leave
okay.
you in front of television.
I'm English speaking and it leaves me on TV, don't worry. So what's exactly the reason for this? Is this going to form the base?
So this is the puff pastry for the base, and
Okay.
it's going to go within our muffin pans. We're going to poke it so it doesn't puff up. And then
Okay.
we're going to add our star ingredients. Now, what I have over here would be a cranberry sauce. So I'm not going to do too much. So did you just say yum?
Yeah, yes, I did. I didn't know I said that out loud, but sorry.
You did.
Sometimes
You
my
did.
mind just goes autopilot.
So we're just going to...
Yes.
Yeah.
Arthur, you need to step up here. We've got a whole
Arthur.
chef in the building. Come
I
on.
mean, I know. I still need to... Do I egg wash first or do I put
The choice is
puff
yours,
pastry?
really.
Okay.
It's everybody's December.
It's going to be easier to do this because you want to work clean. Also.
Nice.
Okay,
I'm
let's do
interested to
this.
see Arthur's technique here, actually. I was wondering if Chef actually approves or not. I'm just seeing the eyes rolling, but...
Please don't intimidate me.
So I'm going to add my
think I'm
Mrs.
doing well.
Balls. You are doing well. You're fantastic.
Now, with regards to what we're using right now, the hero product which has gone in, we're talking about Mrs. Ball's original chutney, which Mzansi has a rich history in South Africa. Of course, we all know about it. It's something that brings authentic flavor to our homes and our kitchens. And I think it's a pantry staple. You've got to have it, right? It's for anything from quick, flavorful meals. We're talking about perfect holiday cooking. Everything is what is needed, and everything is here when you have this in your pantry. And Mrs. Ball's is known for its versatility, perfect in appetizers, mains, and even desserts. And throughout the week, I've actually been educated on some of the incredible things that we can make with this. I made a sauce with biltong and Mrs. Ball's chutney. It was delicious. It doesn't intimidate me at all now, because I just thought that it was something you just pop on meals.
Sure.
But wow, the inspiration it's brought through when it comes to new meals, new flavor profiles, and stuff like this. I'm like, guys, come on now. Now we're showing off.
You have to show
Now
off.
you're showing off.
Come on, it's the holidays. You got it. Your mama's alas there.
All right, so you've just done the sauce, right?
Yes.
What went into that exactly?
So it's my cranberry sauce mixed with my Mrs. Ball's original chutney,
That's
right?
like a sweet and tangy kind of a
So
vibe,
now
right?
imagine
Nice.
the brie cheese in there with some thyme, with some salt, some pepper. It's a beautiful snack to have.
Stop it, I like it.
Listen, listen.
Okay.
See what I said, Arthur?
What's
Blame
happening?
it on the puff pastry. Not me.
But that's about it.
Okay, so again, it doesn't actually really matter, right? Because at the end of the day, all these flavors are going to combine one way or another.
Of course.
The fact that we have Mrs. Ball's chutney in this means that it's elevating the flavor profile of this. So again, Arthur, this is the trick, and I'm going to let you in on a secret with the presenters here. We don't always get it right? So what we say when things like this happen, we call it rustic. Right?
Oh, yes.
That's the tip.
Because the fun comes from rustic, right? Because we're all going in there. I mean, it's fun. It's holidays.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And I
it
think
doesn't have to be perfect all the time.
It doesn't, and I think if you're involving your family with this, maybe get the kids involved as well, they can create their own fun versions of this. They can make a mess in the kitchen because I think that's what it's about. Make a mess, clean up together afterwards. It just creates more memories and it's a lot of fun at the same time.
Yeah.
And,
Because at the end of the day, it's about Mrs. Balls and it's flavorful.
It is. Well said, Arthur. All right, what's the next steps on this?
Cheese.
Gonna put the cheese.
Yes, you can.
I mean, you can be as generous as you want, but I'm just going to put just a few
There we go.
in each tartlet.
Right. Then we're going to sprinkle some thyme.
Okay, so let's do that.
Do it like the...
Oh, let me do this.
Salt.
Some
Make it
pizzazz.
TV-worthy, you know? Yeah, now we're talking, Arthur. I love that.
Let's do that.
Now we're just gonna, grab it all together with some black pepper, and we're gonna seal it off with olive oil into the oven, and voila.
Chef Lebo, I've got to say, you are probably the most capable chef I've ever met in the kitchen. You prepared all this and you didn't get your hands dirty once.
I did it,
That is it's absolutely impressive.
I worked so hard to get here.
You're like a conductor. You know when you've clocked cooking and you're like, I don't need to do it anymore.
Sure.
I'm just going to tell you how to do it.
Sure.
You've ascended. And I appreciate you coming through, offering your wisdom, your expertise.
The sarcasm, it hurts. It hurts.
Listen, I know there's a reason for this because this is a collaborative effect. And I think when we bring a chef, when we bring someone from Tiger Brands that has brought a product like this to the forefront, how can you not get excited about it? And how can you not be there as a proud conductor, just watching the orchestral magic take place?
That's what I do.
That's what Lemo does, right? So I think thank you so much for coming through and showing us how incredible this can be. Last finishing steps, by the way, how do we finish
So that
it off?
would be the last finishing steps into the oven up until it crusts or up until you're happy with it. The cheese melts, right? 30 to 45, and then it looks exactly like what you see.
Is that why you and Arthur were here at 4 a.m. in the morning?
Of course, working very hard.
Us, guys.
Working very hard. We had to get on trains.
Can I please do the honors and have one? I'm going to grab one over here. I don't know if you'd like one as well. Seeing that you put all this effort in so bright and early in the morning.
Look at that.
Shall we?
That's for you.
Yeah.
Shall we do a Mrs. Ball's cheers to this incredible moment?
I think let's do it.
Incredible
Cheers.
memories being made in the kitchen.
Cheers.
And you can get this at expressoshow.com.
Happy holidays.
Okay. Okay, conductor. I praise thee.
Thank you.
This is incredible. It's sweet, it's savory, it's flavorful. It's a punch in my mouth, but for all the right reasons. Expresso.com, Zanzi. Get this inspiration, get the recipe, and go get yourselves a jar of Mrs. Balls. I got you. Nice. Oh, this is good, guys.
I'm going to finish mine.
It's actually very good, huh?
You don't understand the level of excitement right now. We have brought in some of the coolest Lego kits you have ever seen. The joy for Lego, for me, it can be a sandbox experience with just a whole lot of random little blocks. You're going to get the same kind of joy. But when you do create a masterpiece like those that are sat around me right now, it's magical. And my son wants one of these specifically, so I might sneak out the back. We could have a little bit of fun. Get into why Lego is so powerful when it comes to having those absolutely joyful, educational, lived experiences in playtime. Absolutely love that. Then we've got the small matter of the color forecast for 2025. What's it going to be? We'll get a sneak peek in just a moment.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code EXPRESSO for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, we are giggling like big kids because they put Lego next to us. I'm sorry, you just can't do that.
resist.
Okay?
No.
It's just so cool. In our fast-paced, very much digitally driven world, it is not just important, it's vital that we go back to basics. Did you know that 84% of parents behave, or believe rather, that children today have less time for play than in previous generations? We think this because it's true. It's not just a trend, man.
Absolutely. I think this is definitely highlighting also the importance of more playtime in today's family life. And not just for the kids, I think the adults too. But according to 98% of parents, play helps families better understand their children while creating memorable experiences and stronger bonds. Now, Lego play transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary adventures. It sparks creativity, it brings in joy, and a whole lot of meaningful connections that I think can last an absolute lifetime.
I love this. I mean, we're talking about South African parents here. These stats come from studies done here, revealed in the Lego. Yeah, exactly. Revealed in the Lego Play Well studies conducted in 2022 and 2024. So it's very current. And we have seen a massive shift and change in the way that we take content in and we play with our toys. But it's not all. So I know that Lego is represented in a lot more animation. There's a lot more styling and a lot more characters that we can embrace, which is great.
Yeah. The game has changed, eh?
But I have to say, if you want to see the fundamental difference between a dad and a mom, i.e. a man and a woman, make them do a Lego set with their child and just see how you approach it. I'm sure there have been ample psychological studies done. It is hilarious how you go about the planning, who does what, how much independence you allow your child to have.
I didn't think
do you
about
let
that,
them solve the problem, or do you go in and just do it for them, which is a very dad thing to do, I'm told. But I mean, come on. So with these kits, obviously it is self-explanatory to a point, but they will be quite intimidating at first, which is great. So the kids have that mountain to climb, or the perception of a mountain to climb. Then they get stuck and they start making these little achievements. They start figuring it out. They start to see and feel the fruits of their labors in front of them. And that there is something hugely powerful and positive, mentally, motivational. There is something about being able to tackle these little tasks that are so much fun, but still very much a challenge to get through. Absolute gold as a parent.
Man, I couldn't have said it any better. I mean, you literally think about it. I'm going through that process right now. As I open this up, I'm potentially overwhelmed by all the colors, all the shapes and everything going on. And then when you start to focus, you start to pay attention.
This looks like it glows in the dark, but I'm just saying.
It might just, yeah.
That kind of green.
Oh, the game has changed. But literally, like, you start to realize that there's such a great instructional guide here. There's so much creativity that you can throw in on your own side as well. But like I said, it forces you to focus. It forces you to get involved. Proprioception by feeling the pieces, feeling and using your hands, and not just kind of sitting there and letting your brain kind of just
feeling
switch
the
off.
Lego block as you stand on it without noticing it there as you were traversing.
How many times have you done that?
Yes, so people, it was almost like the people were warning me before I had Jack, like, just watch out for the Lego, man. I'm like, gee whiz, I grew up playing with Lego, man. I understand. Now, until you're a parent who stepped on and it's a half-formed Lego thing that gets you the most, like a half-made race car or something like that.
Bro.
Absolutely love the fact that you can take it. Once you've started, you can go in any different direction.
Bro, are you hungry? It's a Lego croissant.
And this is the level of detail that they're going. I know most of us are like, oh, I want to make a Death Star. I want to make a big dragon. Just every element for the younger kids, you can create a story, a scene. There is a whole adventure happening here. But what I like about this, it's not one despite the other. So they've incorporated the culture that is dominant at the moment. Kids are going to want to get on YouTube. Kids are going to want to learn more. Kids have a digital presence, but include this kind of activity in that journey.
Yes.
We're going to have to learn how to walk this kind of line between practical and the real world and digital. And Lego gives us a bridging tool that is just so brilliant. Is that made for slightly smaller fingers? Well done.
I forgot that we were even working, man. I realized I've missed this so much. It's bringing back so much nostalgia for me. And now I think about it, these were some of the small puzzle pieces in my life that I was able to put together. And look what we've created, man.
I love
Unbelievable.
it, man. And it's fine. If it doesn't turn out exactly like the picture, that's part of the process. I love it. No, they do offer amazing guides to follow. And these themed sets, I think, are magic to bring the holiday spirit to life. There is the opportunity for the imagination to come into play, the joy for every young builder who then gets to play with this.
Absolutely. You can play with this and you can dive into the action-packed adventures of Lego Ninjago and embrace the fun and creativity of Lego Friends. Or you can explore the dynamic and immersive world of Lego City. Now, with that being said, G-Man, don't get lost. Don't get lost.
See,
Don't get caught up.
I don't know what you're creating. We start with a little blue. It's there.
I got too excited, man. I got ahead of myself. All right.
Now, you go crazy. That's the whole point, is to push the boat out, have fun, let your imagination run free. In this festive season, you can indulge your imagination with Lego-inspired creations. Cool characters, storylines, so much more to sink your teeth into. So whether you're building an epic adventure with your family or crafting maybe a peaceful masterpiece on your own, which is perfectly fine as a grown-up, Lego Play brings out the best in creativity, fun, and I'm going to say relaxation as well.
Now listen up, it gets even better, right? Because you could win a Lego set. Oh yeah, and that includes the Lego Friends Water Park and Lego City Red Double Decker, and it's valued at a whopping 1,948 Rand. Yeah, this is a big one. So head over to Expresso's social media pages and answer this question. 3 exciting worlds are waiting to be explored: action-packed Ninjago, fun-filled Friends, or adventurous City. Now tell us, which one would you explore first and why? And don't forget to include the hashtag Lego in your answer. And here's a reminder, the competition closes on Wednesday, the 11th of December at 12 p.m. T's and C's can, of course, be found at expressoshow.com. All I'm going to say is happy building.
Ninjago, because they're dragons.
All right, man. Well, I get caught up in this. Don't forget, bro, we are still working. We are still plugging in Mzansi. And especially when we're talking about living in the future, which is now, right?
Yeah, man. Oh, there's some stuff to forecast. Living in the 21st century has opened the door to endless creative freedom in home design as well. In the 2025 Plascon Color Forecast, it is massive. It embraces this spirit of hybridity, which is a new buzzword at the moment, offering shades to recharge any space.
Absolutely. Now, over the next few weeks, we'll be exploring vibrant, bold, and neutral color stories. Now, Palesa kicks things off with our first color forecast for the season. So let's take a look.
The world is what we make of it. Past and present, digital and physical, global and local. We are constantly switching between the different worlds in our lives. So join me at Southern Guild Gallery to find out more about the Plascon 2025 Color Forecast and its theme, hybridity. Joining me now is Chris Reed, and he is a trend analyst. Chris, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, Chris, what was your role in the Plascon 2025 Color Forecast?
So color is about so much more than just design, and I worked with Plascon as a trend analyst to make sure that these social trends that we're really seeing out in the world are reflected in the forecasts that we put together.
And what did that process look like, putting together this color forecast?
It's a lot of web research, a lot of time on the ground, a bit of international research, and really just seeing what's out there and then making sure that you filter that for the South African audience.
And then with all of the research that you did put together, you have now landed on the theme hybridity. Tell me more about that. Can you unpack that for me?
Yeah, sure. I mean, what we're seeing in design and in life more generally is that nothing is really any one thing. We're kind of a digital and physical, we're global and local, so we thought that for color, we had to really represent that. So the theme of hybridity is just about the way people mix and match these influences in their lives.
How are you able to group the different colors into themes?
Yeah, so every year we put the colors into some kind of theme or story. And this year we decided, rather than going by what it looks like, we went by color family. So we went with brights and darks and naturals and neutrals, just to make it really easy and user-friendly for a change.
Hybridity, what does that mean within the concept of Plascon and everything you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, so hybridity is really what we're seeing in the zeitgeist, which is kind of the spirit of the world at the moment. And all it really means is duality. It's about people embracing kind of two sides of different aspects of their lives. So this forecast is about really identifying and then embracing both of those opposites.
Can you tell me just a little bit more about the part you played with putting together the Plascon 2025 Color Forecast?
Absolutely, Palesa. So our role as an agency was to be the color partner for Plascon. So developing the actual colors, putting all the material together, bringing the global trends, making them locally applicable, working with our trend analyst, Chris Reed, to develop the forecast. So I just love that whole saying of the genius of the and. It's not about about this or that. It's about two worlds coming together. Life is about a smash up of multiple things happening at once, and this forecast epitomizes that.
Now we've looked at brights, darks, and neutrals. For yourself, why was this so important to be able to group these colors?
So we created these families of colors because we thought it would be easier for people to actually identify with a dark, a natural, a neutral, or a bright, and then from there be able to mix and match.
And for someone like myself who gets a little bit intimidated when it comes to playing with color in my own home, how is the best, easiest way to do so?
Yeah, so our neutrals palette is always a great place to start. Any of those are really good on-trend neutrals, but we've really picked the colors so that they all work across the different families, so you can kind of find something you like and then just mix and match.
So when it comes to the average South African who wants to get in on trends and amplify and enhance their space, where does one start?
You go to the forecast and you choose your base color. What's the color that I love most? And remember that the forecast is just a starting point. You can take it anywhere from there. So try and take that base color, mix in one or two other things you love from the forecast. They could just be a highlight, they could just be an accent color, but it's just the starting point. It's just to inspire you, motivate you to experiment with color and to live a great life in your home that you love so much.
Thank you so much, Jodie. I cannot wait to explore and experience color with Plascon. Remember, you can visit any Plascon stockist or visit their website for more. Let's have fun with the color forecast.
Step into a world where color meets possibility with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products and stand to win a state-of-the-art Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid worth 500,000 Rand. Simply WhatsApp your receipt, name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply. Plascon. Together, we've got this.
Welcome back, you beauty. Sorry, we have just heard Naledi's sound check. She's brought an amazing little ensemble with her, but this girl, the power. It is amazing. The year just ended for me. The next year just began. Absolutely amazing. And she's going to be performing for you in just a moment.
Yeah, performances are coming through and also some adventure. Jana Tabete explored Newcastle KZN, so we get to dive into that adventure. And then also we got to plug into everything when it comes to Tropica and what to expect on the latest episode.
The drama.
The drama. It's absolutely real. And yeah, you don't need to go anywhere. We'll talk about it in just a bit. See you soon.
If you're serious about your trade, the only tools you use are proven through 100 years of innovation and toughness. And for your chance to win a DeVault tool hamper worth 20,000 Rand, respond to the competition post on Expresso's social pages. Use hashtag DeVault100 in your answer and tell us why you'd choose DeVault tools for your toughest project. Competition closes Wednesday, 11 December. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A whole season ahead, a myriad of possibilities.
ABSA, official banking partner of the Premier League.
Let me see if I can say this properly. Caribou! You got to say it with like meaning and
Bring the
heart.
accent,
and
bro.
love.
Caribou!
You smooth fans! So welcome back. Tropical Island of Treasure Zanzibar has made its mark. Sure. Episode 11. I can't believe we have arrived at this point. It feels like we were just kick-starting this journey only yesterday. This week, we said goodbye to the gorgeous Roxy from Team Mango Peach, who lost in the celebs only. I love Roxy. I kind of saw her as a bit of a dark horse in this one. She came in under the radar. Hashtag beat Bobby. I figured she was going to be there, man.
She was the one.
Watch, Bobby's going to win this thing now because
Just
of all
because
the
of you,
hatred.
G-Man. Listen, this is my question. Though.
Love
Like,
you,
what
Bob.
does this actually mean for Ubuntu, right? Because obviously, this means that teams are going to be changing, and I think he's going to be forming part of an all-new team, and that's Team Peach with your man's Bobby. You see what I mean? And I think if you ask me, this group is all about brawns and brains, and definitely now, G-Man, this might be a winning combination.
No, look, I joke about it because I know how insanely competitive Bobby is.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just one of those ridiculous figures who's like, yes, he's a lovely guy, but he also can do pretty much anything. He probably runs 100 meters as fast as you. You know, he's
probably
got that
does
vibe.
faster.
Yeah.
You never
He's
know.
just one of those guys. But I love the fact that it doesn't matter what we think we've got a handle on. Look at the bods. Look at how many abs are there in one
is there?
picture? They
Do you reckon
borrowed
there's a
someone
gym on
else's
the island?
abs. I think so. What do you mean? That every day on the show is a gym, bro? The challenges have been next level this year.
That's true.
Well, this Saturday, there is a brand new team, Peach Zanzibar, Sunrise, Team Orange and Mixed Berries battle it out for their spots in the finale. We're there.
Wow.
We are there.
It is going down. Now, listen, you do not want to forget this, the fact that you can win big from the comfort of your home with Tropica. Now, we want you to do the following, right? Grab a Tropica promo pack, follow the entry details, and you could be in the running. And that's for your share of thousands of smooth prizes, and that includes hampers and Samsung Freestyle projectors.
Give me
Plus,
one.
yes, you can also get ready for the ultimate thrill. We're talking about the grand prize. It's a sleek 5-door Suzuki Jimny. Now, come on, your adventure starts with just a sip.
I saw one yesterday where they'd obviously done a little bit of personalizing and they had, the tire cover at the back.
Yeah.
And the name was Suki, the Suzuki.
Oh, that is cool.
You can even name it. You
That
can
is
name your very
cool.
own 5-door chimney. So make sure, most importantly, that you tune in for the semi-final. It's going to be probably the best of all seasons. And, of course, your favorite team could be taking it all the way. That next step towards $1 million.
Hashtag Beat Bobby. But listen, here's an exclusive sneak peek of what's in store for episode 11. It's airing this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. on S3. And we want you to get ready for the unexpected, because now it's absolutely anyone's game.
This Saturday evening on Tropica Island of Treasure.
Welcome to the semi-final.
We are coming for you.
It's about making it to the top.
Peach, orange.
We got to make it work.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
Yes.
This does not look fun.
Things get really difficult.
It's make or break now.
Davi, you'll get another warning.
Rookie mistake.
Catch Tropica Island of Treasure Saturday evenings at 7:30 on S3. Repeat Mondays at 9 p.m. on SABC1 and Fridays at 6 p.m. on S3.
Oh, and we reiterate, Zanele is just smashing it as our hostess. She is absolutely brilliant. Now, the festive season is finally here, and we are embracing it. We can't wait to explore our very own backyard. And we know that SA has some of the most majestic destinations right under our nose. And another one of our superstar young women on this show, the gorgeous Ayanda G. Tabete, took to the sunny KZN South Coast, one of my favorite places in the world, where she rode horses on the beach, because that's what one does. She zip-lined through the mountains again, because that's what you can do. So let's take a look at what she was able to embrace on the South Coast, what it had to offer should this be your next destination.
Hello, Msansi. Today we are in the sunny and absolutely gorgeous south coast of KZN, where we are about to start summer off the right way with an activation with KZN Tourism and Film Authority. Let's see what KZN has to offer us this summer. Jackie, thank you so much for having us here. KZN is absolutely beautiful, and I'm not just saying that because I'm from here. Why should people come to KZN this summer?
KZN is the summer destination. You know, we say we have summer 365 days of the year, but in particular in December, everybody from around the country wants to come and visit KZN. South Coast has got massive, massive experiences that you can savor, both from a beach perspective, rural tourism, as well as the beautiful landscapes inland. So there are many reasons to come to KZN this summer.
Is it still possible for people to book their holidays?
Please visit our website. We've got specials, but bookings are definitely open. Hotels are filling up, I must say. People have booked ahead, they've booked in advance, but there's still rooms vacant, still an opportunity for you to plan your holiday and come and visit us here in the province. The South Coast, where we are, has 7 blue flag statuses, so very safe beaches and lots to enjoy here.
And what does blue flag beaches actually mean?
What it means is that the beaches are clean, the beaches are safe, the environment is safe for the tourist, and there really are no issues. It's a wonderful, it's an international standard.
7 blue flag beaches. Where do you get that in the world? If you want to come with your family, if you are with friends, if you are alone, KZN caters for your interests.
Culturally, we're rich. Heritage we reach, and even the scenic beauty of our mountains. The weather is good in the lower South Coast region.
Good morning, Feel Good family. Today is going to be an exciting day full of adventure in the absolutely stunning South Coast. From thrilling activities to unforgettable experiences, today I'm going to have what I like to call serious fun. The activities are unbelievable, so let me prove to you why KZN is the place to be this summer. I am so far out of my comfort zone that I can't even see the zone anymore. I am absolutely petrified of heights. I'm nervous now, but let's see how I feel afterwards. Oh my gosh! Oh my word, what an experience. I think to get to see KZN from all the way up there, it was a completely different light. It was so stunning. The views were absolutely stunning. You have mountains, you have greenery from the trees, a gorgeous lake overlooking everything. I thought I was afraid of heights, but clearly I was underestimating myself.
One thing I can tell you about this place, one, it's beautiful. And if you're a nature and you're an adventure lover, this is the place to be, South Coast.
What an amazing experience. This is my very first time horseback riding. She took me through some greenery, through the streets of South Coast, and now I get to see this absolutely amazing view of the ocean. Thank you so much, Tasha. In fact, why don't you say hello to the Feel Good people? What an amazing weekend it's been here in the South Coast of KZN. Thank you so much to KZN Tourism and Film Authority for making this weekend possible for me. It has been beautiful, and if you and your family are looking for a place where you can relax and get an adrenaline rush, this is where it's happening this summer.
Oh, we absolutely love you, girl, for the life that you are living on our behalf. Yes, we can live vicariously through her. The bottom line is we have destinations in South Africa that the rest of the world literally flock to us for. So you don't have to look too far. Look for those hidden gems right on your backyard, on your coastline, and really embrace South Africa this festive season. Ayanda, great job, man. Now we need to go on a different kind of journey, I think.
Yeah, a different kind of journey indeed. And Mzansi, I'm just telling you that you need to stick around because the one and only, the beautifully illustrious Naledi is standing by to perform for you after the break. And we've also brought in a super fan. Yes, West Ham's very own finest. Chase Brand is in the building, going to be talking about the opportunities that you can also cash in on. So, of course, Mzansi, don't go anywhere. We'll see you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A whole season ahead, a myriad of possibilities.
ABSA, official banking partner of the Premier League.
Because, yeah, football is kind of life, and we're ready to embrace that because it's a Football Friday, everyone. Oh, man, we love it. As always, ABSA is proud to be the official banking partner of the English Premier League. Why? Well, because it's all about celebrating the heart, the stories, the unwavering loyalty that fans have for their teams. And today we are shining a spotlight on the Hammers. West Ham very proudly represented by one of their super fans. In fact, he's the boss of the super fans, Chase Brand. We've met him before on the show. He is, of course, the chairman of the Cape Town Hammers. I suppose, like an opposing football fan, I've got to ask first, why? Why on earth would you do? Nah, I love the fact that we got the Hammers so proudly represented here. But now, okay, you found the matching shoes, okay, which is great. But how did you manage to convince your wife, okay, from a proposal, and he's looking to see if there's photographic proof of this, and I'm sure there is, the proposal in matching West Ham outfits, you even in your wedding were able to introduce. Was she always a West Ham fan, first of all?
She wasn't even a football fan, Graham.
So she didn't know any better.
No, she's originally from Johannesburg, came down to Cape Town, got into West Ham, and we never looked back.
I love it. Well, she didn't have a choice. I think she didn't have a choice, my friend. There it is. Oh, you guys
Yes.
look resplendent.
No, that was the, that's the wedding. Those are two members of our Cape Town Hammers, Ralphie and Steve, and those blazers, you can't You can't beat that. And then obviously my suit was inspired, the claret of West Ham.
I love that, man. I love the fact that we, through the English Premier League, which is, in my mind, and you can come after me if you want, the Premier club league in the world at the moment. I think it's where most of us look for the beautiful game best represented. What was it about the Hammers, though? And they've had some magical phases of their history. An East London club that's got a very rich history,
Yes.
kind of a working class connection as well. What was that connection for you, though? What drew you into this team, man?
A lot of people say insanity,
Yeah.
but let me let you in on a secret, and this is somewhat of an exclusive for the viewers at home.
Oh, really?
Growing up, I was a Manchester United fan.
Okay, well, we're going to just block that out. We'll just edit it out of the
Fix it in
thing.
post.
Yeah.
No, as a youngster in the early 90s, mid-90s, I was a Man United fan. And then growing up, I went to high school, I fell out of love with football, completely wanted nothing to do with it. Then attended university, and I started getting the itch back. And almost like the prodigal son, I returned to football, but nothing about Man United appealed to me anymore.
I can understand.
It was too mainstream, too commercial,
Oh, yeah,
and I
for
just
sure.
couldn't
Preach.
connect. Now, here's the thing, this is my connection with the East End. I had a cousin, she was living in the East End of London. Like a lot of South Africans, they go over, and the East End is attainable for South Africans and their budget.
I like your
So
choice
because
of
of that connection, I thought I'd adopt West Ham, and I haven't looked back since.
I love that, man. And then you're there through thick and thin.
Absolutely.
A little bit thin, or maybe thick at the moment in terms of what is happening to the club. Some heavy defeats. 5-2 against Arsenal, 3-1 against a struggling Leicester. And I thought maybe, Jean might have thought that was the gap that he was looking for. What does this team need to do to get points on the board? And how much of a threat is this for the relatively new coach? I know they come and they go in the Premier League. It's like you get 3-game breathing room, but is he under threat?
There's no room for error anymore. It's a results business. Before those results you mentioned now against...
Has been one of those guys, and I know a team like this can't spend massive amounts, but they seem to have spent money in the right kind of ways. As he's the guy to take them out of this lull?
I think it's where you spend. You can drop a large deposit or spend a lot of money on a world-class star, but it doesn't always guarantee success.
Yeah.
We bought Bowen from Hull City in the Championship. Bowen is now the club captain. What a lad, and also he understands the West Ham way. His child's father-in-law, or should I say his father-in-law, his child's grandfather, is Danny Dyer.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And Danny Dyer is Mr. West Ham, and so he understands the club. Jared's a phenomenal footballer, but he also understands what it means to be a West Ham player and what it means to the fans.
For the fans to get their hands on a piece of signed automobilia, something that stands out, memorabilia like this.
Yes.
And I've seen the signed jerseys that Absa are very kindly rewarding the super fans with. But for a fan, for someone who's walked this journey, who's been through the lows and gets to enjoy those occasional highs when they do come along.
You're in for between.
You can see I'm speaking as much to myself as to you, my brother. But what do you think that's going to mean for the person who gets their hands on a piece of signed memorabilia like that?
As South Africans, we love our sport. The box, the Olympiads, cricket, Bafana, we love us, we're proud of it. Unfortunately, we can't always go to the stadium too. We can't just hop across to the stadium and watch a game.
Not all of us.
Not all of us, no. But so often we see us wearing our jerseys, our hats, our scarves to the mall, to a braai, to church even. So we're proud of our colours. And I think for someone to get a signed jersey or anything, we wear it with pride. It connects us to the club, which we are so far away from geographically. I mean, our clubs are in our hearts, but to have something tangible which we can touch and feel, it just creates a connection, and that's, I think, awesome for anyone who has.
For sure, and I think in the right bar above it, it's invaluable. It's priceless to the right person. Priceless, just like a wedding suit, inspired by the team that you love so much. Just look at that, man. If that doesn't bring a tear to the eye of the Hammers out there, nothing will. Very quickly, how can people connect to the club? How can people find this community and plug into that?
Awesome. So if you are a West Ham fan, I think we know all of them by now. But if there are those around who haven't connected with us yet, you can find us on Facebook. It's the Cape Town Hammers. Just search that in Facebook and you'll find us. And
It's about 9 or 10 of them. It's amazing, man. They'll have a great
On
time.
a good day.
He says on a good day. Oh, brother, I absolutely love you. I love your passion and I love what you represent because it's the stories behind the clubs, behind that love that we have that really brings the game to life. So every week, ABSA has been spotlighting South African super fans. We've loved this journey. As a part of the campaign, there is a competition on ABSA's Instagram pages where fans can stand a chance to win, yes, one of 6 signed, authenticated EPL jerseys. We've seen them in studio. They're amazing. This will happen every Friday for the rest of the year. So Hammers fans, are you ready to grab one of those incredible, invaluable signed shirts? Well, visit ABSA's Instagram page. Check out the hashtag Football Friday, and you can find all the details on how to enter. T's and C's apply. Good luck.
A whole season ahead. A myriad of possibilities.
ABSA, official banking partner of the Premier League.
Oh yeah, and with that being said, here's another reminder that it is the season of giving and celebrating together. So here's your call to action, Mzansi. We want you to join us this Christmas for a chance to win amazing prizes and share in the joy and excitement of the holidays. Yep, we want you to get ready for a holiday thrill because you might be one of 4 lucky winners to receive some epic festive joy. Now it's time for our annual Expresso Festive Stocking Competition. We want you to get ready to embrace the magic and unwrap the chance to win big. Now listen up, you stand the chance to win one of the following. We're starting off with a Lego Ninjago Source Dragon of Motion worth 2,999 Rand. There's the Shemansky 14K Yellow Gold Cape Town Small Diamond Pendant and chain with 9,980 Rand. We've got the Nintendo Switch and Super Mario Jamboree bundle, and that's worth 9,299 Rand. And then the Dunlop jacket and double-walled 530ml flask worth 1,000 Rand. Now this is absolutely something to get excited about, and all you have to do is simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us the following. Who will you be spending the festive season with? It really is that simple, and don't forget to use the hashtag ExpressoFestive. Now here's a reminder that the competition closes at midday, Monday the 16th of December. But from the 19th of December, 4 lucky winners will pick a festive stocking live on air, and that's to uncover their exciting festive prize. Now it's the season of giving, and Expresso is here to make it extra special for you. Now, a reminder, you can find all our T's and C's at expressoshow.com. Get involved in our festive spirit. I mean, for me, I'd be excited to get any of these prizes because, wow, elevating the season, this is what we are absolutely here for. The time for all of us to dive into something special right now. So, G-Man, let's keep the special, let's keep the season going. What you got for us, bro?
Oh, we're going to officially kickstart the season right now. You can see how we have been gushing over this incredible human being this morning. She's brought some pros with her this morning to, I think, give us officially the start of the holidays, the start of the weekend, maybe the start of your next chapter. It's that powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Naledi.
Dumelang Molweni, South Africa. I'm so excited to be performing for you today. Songs from my debut EP, Batu, which means my people. The first song I'm going to be doing is titled Peace and Justice, and this is a song for all the weary, all the courageous, and everybody who loves humanity as much as I do, that is fighting for peace and justice for everyone across the board. I hope that you enjoy it. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at Lady_music. Every day, what does it mean? When a mother can't even hold her son, what does it mean? Years and years of fighting, let it be. Years and years
years of fighting, let it be. Years and years of dying, when will we be free? No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no, 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 no. No justice, no justice, no peace. No justice, no justice, no peace. No justice, no justice, no peace. No justice, no.
Woo, come on now. An African Shakira at that, but I'm absolutely loving everything about Naledi right now. Come on.
I'm thinking we need to build a stadium and start a festival so she can perform. Please,
Yeah.
for us. That was incredible.
Wow.
We're going to ask her to stick around and maybe bring us just one more.
Absolutely. We're going to get more of that, and we're also going to get more good stuff. We've got the festive season coming up in Zanzi, and of course, we're going to give you every reason to get involved in it. We've got some tips when it comes to festive wrapping, right? So personalizing the wrapping, we've got a great idea for you, and it's just going to make it that much extra special.
Absolutely love it. Then we're going to continue with all the festive cheer, and we've got the small matter of our very own Christmas stockings that you can dip into as well. Some amazing prizes to be won before the end of this year. You want that plug-in. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I'm going to say it outright, Panda, Pusher, Play. Powerball and Powerball Plus today, not only because it rhymes, but because there is 18 million rand up for grabs. That's the total estimated jackpot this Friday, and you could win big this festive. I mean, come on, the timing is just perfect, so don't miss out. Play your Powerball for an estimated 15 million rand, and then Powerball Plus for a further 3 million rand estimated today. You can get your tickets in store. Go online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use the mobile app. You can use your own own cell phone banking platform, or you can just pick up your phone right now and dial star 120 star 7529 hash for all the USSD. Just please do it. You can play Powerball for that estimated 15 million rand, and then Powerball Plus for an added 3 million rand to boot. But as always, if you want to win, you've got to play. So we've put all of those details up on our social media pages. That's the Expresso platforms. Go and ponder, push or play, and good luck.
Yeah, we're going to keep playing right now in the kitchen and do something fun for sure. Now, what's Expresso without a little bit of healthy competition? Now, we've obviously met Chef Lebo, the funny chef, but have you met the man himself, the comedian, Vafa in the building? Vafa, how you doing, bro?
I'm very good.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to win today.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you going to win if you already have one less pan than everybody else in your competitors?
I can do everything. I compartmentalize. That's what true chefs do. We divide the kitchen.
All right, let me plug up Zadzi on what's happening here, right? So listen, you know Mrs. Balls is all about sparking fun and creativity in the kitchen, right? So we're going to be putting that to the ultimate test. And we're going to see how our contestants, Vafa, the comedian, and Lebo, the funny chef, bring their festive A-game in our exciting festive cook-off challenge with a twist. Now, this is how it goes down. They each have 2 minutes to whip up a festive dish. And the twist, they can only use 5 ingredients from the kitchen, and of course, our hero ingredient, Mrs. Ball's chutney. Now, they will also need to come up with a creative name for their festive creation, and they will be judged by no one other than Mr. Arthur Ramoroka in the building! Arthur, where are you? Get in here. We need our judge. Let's get into the kitchen, Arthur. What are you doing? This is your time to shine. Arthur's about to make his way out to the kitchen. Our judge is here. Arthur, are you ready for this?
I am ready.
How judgerach are you feeling?
Very judgy today.
All right, so Mzansi, a reminder, we are using some incredible ingredients. We're talking about Mrs. Ball's original chutney. It's got a rich history of South Africa. It brings authentic flavors to our homes and our kitchens, and we're going to see that happen right now. So, are our contestants ready?
What counts as an ingredient? Is this...
Okay, that's so salt and pepper, not an ingredient. Oil's not an ingredient, and butter's not an ingredient. Those are staples. Okay. Eggs, everything else is, all right? You happy?
Yes.
All right, contestants, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 2 minutes has begun, and Vafa's already chosen his first ingredient. He's got some eggs, and it looks like they are now scrambled eggs. Will they be crunchy eggs or not? No, he's deshelling them, so we're good. Chef Lebo, talk us through what's happening here.
I don't want to say anything because I know Papa's got a thing, ne?
He's going to copy
where
you.
He copies, ne?
Yeah.
I'm not there. Is the heat back?
All right, now it looks like our judge will make sure that the pans are on. He can verify that. Right. Oh, Vafa coming through with a little bit of pizzazz here, some TV elegance.
It's not how you start it, huh? You finish.
Vafa, talk me through this scrambled eggs situation here. What's the game plan?
It's not scrambled eggs. This is just pure eggs.
Oh,
we call pure eggs, yeah.
Eggs.
So the thing is, you just need to take your time and you need to put a lot of love in it. I can see Lebo's panicking.
Never that.
Or stressed.
Never that.
And that's not conducive to a good meal. You see, you just got to take your time, add love, speak to your plants.
Ask them how they're doing. What is going on? The plants don't even want to speak back. Look at it. Look at it.
Guys, we have 60 seconds left. You're halfway.
60 seconds.
Hurry up.
How?
No, we can't have 60 seconds left. That doesn't make sense. Oh,
what do you mean it doesn't make sense?
Guys, the chefs are going to eat me up. I am going to be considered.
Just need to add a little bit.
This is both going in.
Right, so the hero ingredient going in there from Vafa's side already.
Why is this thing not working?
Let me help you.
While the stress goes on here, a reminder, we're also talking about an ingredient that is naturally gluten-free. And that's obviously Mrs. Ball's chutney, which makes a versatile option that suits most dietary needs. And on top of this, Mrs. Ball's original chutney offers a unique tangy flavor with a hint of sweetness. And that's elevating a diverse range of dishes. And I think it's perfect for adding to the festive table, adding a South African flair and everything when it comes to good flavor profiles. And like you can see right now in our challenge, it is going down. I'm going to do a 10 second. 8, come level. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, because we have to get the hero ingredient in there, we're going to have to allow you to finish this off. So, finishing touches only. You can't add any more ingredients
to it.
But
my stove wasn't on. Like, my stove
Sabotage.
You know what I mean? Something is not right.
I don't think my...
All right, but at least let's make it edible so we don't
raw eggs
compromise
our... Please, I'm asking nicely.
Arthur, how's your raw egg game?
I don't know. I haven't eaten raw eggs before.
Let me help you out here, guys. So which one do we need to get on here?
This one
over
and that
here.
one.
All right, so that one is on. Yes, that one is currently
See,
on right now.
even
And I'm
Mrs.
gonna put
Bones
it
is sabotaging me.
hot,
How
hot,
could
hot. Your plate on the top left is not on, so that one is now only on. Lebo, they're sabotaging you out here in the kitchen, eh?
Let me tell you something.
Lebo waropa.
I
can hear a sizzle.
So before you finish this off and before we compromise our judge, we're going to give you an opportunity to really elevate this meal because
Thanks.
honestly, that's what's going to be happening. But while we are, Arthur, what are you going to be looking forward to experiencing in these two dishes?
Obviously, the use of the hero ingredient, Mrs. Balls. I mean, I saw him going first with the hero ingredient, and you went last.
You
But I
have to
think
go first
the
so that
use
it
for
makes
me,
sense.
I think they're using it quite similar, and it will be very interesting to see how it's going to be. I cooked this egg. Yours is raw.
Papa, be fair. Be fair.
At least take the egg white as well. I'm not getting into this.
Right, so our judge is stepping out. It looks like this went from a competition to a collab.
Oh.
And it looks like Fafa and Lebo are collabing.
I don't like what you're doing.
I'm making it better.
Okay, Fafa.
Collabing on a creation here. I don't know what we're going to call this, but guys, we have to give this a name. So, Fafa, what name are you giving this dish of yours? Lebo, what name are you giving yours? Fafa, you're going to go first. What's your creation's name?
Mine is basically egg with plants and bread.
Is that the name?
With sauce.
Is that the name of
What
your
sauce is that? With Mrs. Ball sauce. That is the whole name. Egg,
full name.
Plant with bread, with sauce, with Mrs. Ball sauce.
Okay, a mouthful indeed. Lebo, what's the name of this interesting dish we're seeing here?
So this was supposed to be a bougie, because it's not done. Yes, correct. Yeah. This was supposed to be a bougie, Mrs. Bowles omelette,
Thank you, Lebo, for doing this for me. I always
Guys,
I need a sous chef.
Quit.
I mean,
no,
I'm a professional
like he can
here.
Take it. He can take
I can't do everything.
Honestly, take everything. Take the Mrs. Bowles as well.
I will.
No, I'm done.
I will.
Can we close the segment now? I will overeat. I can't.
Clearly, one thing that you can do is, of course, have a lot of fun in the kitchen when you're incorporating Mrs. Ball. So I don't think we're going to let our judge taste this just yet.
Yeah, no.
Maybe we'll catch up a little bit later, but I feel like we can judge this on creativity. So with that being said, here's a reminder.
Your eggs aren't even cooked, bro.
Father, see his hands on TV.
I promise you, we are working. We are working right here.
Yeah.
So reminder, obviously, head over to expressoshow.com. You won't find this recipe inspiration there because we're not going to sabotage you. But what we will remind you is that there are incredible recipes that you can incorporate Mrs. Ball's chutney with that will elevate your dishes to an absolute other level. So don't forget to send us your festive creations. And that's, of course, using Mrs. Ball's to stand a chance to win your share of 40,000 Rand. Now, this is all you need to do. Take a look.
What I will take.
Festive is on us with Mrs. Balls. Make every dish a celebration with the unforgettable taste of Mzansi's #1 chutney. Bring your flavor to the table with Mrs. Balls and add that Mzansi flair to stand a chance to win your share of 40,000 Rand in cash. Take a picture of your most festive recipe starring Mrs. Bowles and share it on the competition post on Expresso's social pages using hashtag Mrs. Bowles. Show us why everybody loves the Mrs. this festive season. Competition closes Friday the 13th of December. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, not to fill you with any great fear or anxiety, but Christmas is only 19 days away. Welcome back. Don't worry, we got you covered. If you haven't already, now is the time to start looking for those perfect Christmas gifts. And we're not judging if you haven't, okay? With Woolworths, of course, you can discover a festive collection that brings holiday cheer to every home and heart, no matter how many sizes too small that Grinchy heart is.
Absolutely. Now, they are offering a variety of gifts and everything from gourmet fooding gifts and unforgettable scents to keepsakes and the hottest fashion trends. Now, there is truly something for everyone on your list.
What I've loved this year is for the teachers, because our teachers in our kids' lives have played a massive role. So when you can go and get something that's so bespoke and like well-suited, it looks like you've spent days curating the gift. Absolutely amazing. They really have thought of everyone and every element. And that's not all, because they are thinking of even more. This weekend, they are giving you the chance to make it personal with custom gift wrappings and personalization stations. I love that, taking your Christmas gifts to the next level.
Wow, this is so cool.
It's brilliant.
And I think, like you said, to add that special touch, like, wow, you really thought about me.
Yeah.
That's what you got to get involved in. And you can do it like this, right? You are in for a jolly time with DJs playing some of our favorite festive tunes. We've got gift wrapping stations with numerous options to choose from and personalization at its very finest. So if you're wanting personalization, then come through, because the personalization stations are where you can personalize twinning PJ sets and your baubles for the Christmas tree.
I love that.
Cool.
And baubles make a cool gift as well, because
They
you keep it
do.
for next Christmas, then it becomes a tradition.
It just keeps on giving.
But then you've got to walk into the store and find the first person and say, "Excuse me, I'm looking for the personalization station. Can you send me along that way?" I love that. And of course, all of this is happening this weekend, because it is the season. That's from the 7th to the 8th of December, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we're going to list them now at these stores. So you can get into your Woolies at Sandton, Gateway, Canal Walk, East Gate, Cavendish, Hout Bay, Tiger Valley, and then the Garden Route Mall. So some epicenters there. I love
Absolutely, man. And if you're looking at the inspiration on this table right now, then you know that there are options to choose from. So get into this weekend's festive spirit, get down to your favorite store, and get some of these incredible options. And
I like the, excuse me interrupting you, I'm just dropping a hint for you, because I know...
Yeah, please come through. I need it, man. I need it.
What we've been doing is we identify the presents that come through our studio. We're like, oh, I know someone who would quite like that. No, I like the experiential stuff. So the things that, like, it sounds silly, but a chopping board. I still use chopping boards that were given to me years ago. That it's just bespoke. It's something different. It's beautiful.
I love that too, man.
You can go dessert boards. Come on, look at this.
Nice, bro. For me, it's about for me, it's about the fact that you not only get like some of these incredible options and these assortments of some of our favorite luxuries, but also the fact that you get things like, you got your zesty festive cake, you got some of those options which give you all the ingredients, give you an experience, like you said, where you can make it yourself, make it the way you want to, and then show it off and be proud about it, which I love.
Completely, and especially if you've got the little ones to get involved. Like, just make it as rich as possible, and think about that. Like, what can you introduce this year that will stick around for next year, that adds a layer to that sense of tradition? Because that's where I think the impact is really felt, when you feel like I know we're on the other side of the world to the European Christmas, and it's not that traditional, but it doesn't mean you don't have to have your awesome Christmas tradition.
And look how awesome it can be,
Come
right?
on.
Yeah, awesome presents, awesome options, awesome opportunities to make your loved ones feel that much more special. So what are you waiting for? Get involved, and this could be your best Christmas yet. But it starts here.
Okay.
All right, bro. You can't sneak that. We still got to work here, all right?
No,
I'm
just gonna keep it for future.
Listen, well, this man sneaks in some of these incredible gifts. We want you to get ready to roll up your sleeves. And we've got another episode of Handy Heroes.
We're going to meet some more experts with some brilliant paint tips and DIY hacks. This time, the team from Paint Hyper in Polokwane. They are back with the very best to help you be at your very best in your next project. I'm going to take this.
Okay, let's go.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Paint Hyper in Polokwane, a paint expert store and member of Paint Club.
We've got a great location. We've got a lot of established customers that comes here regularly, so we're very blessed. We've got the best skills, we've got the best salespersons, we can help anybody with any paint problem. We go out to your house, we make sure, we measure, we check how much paint you need for your project, we paint your samples to make sure that you like the colors. So no, we do everything. The benefit that we've got a long relationship with Plascon, and we get deliveries every day. So if you need the product, we can't help you today, tomorrow we'll have it here. We go out to projects, we go out to malls, Plascon comes out, they do specifications, and then after the specification, they do inspection. So after the project, we can give you a guarantee on your project. My favorite Plascon product is Plascon New Roof. It's got a reflective benefit that it's got, so it can reduce your temperature in your room up to 8 degrees. Please come to Paint Hyper. Guys will help you. We will assist you with any paint queries that you got. We are happy people. If you walk out here, you will have a smile on your face and you will have new friends.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon. Together, we've got this.
All right, so we are going to take a momentary break, then expect the, wheels to come off the bus, really. Shimmy and I are going to attempt our very own... Okay, are you ready, though?
I am,
Salted
friend.
caramel custard cheesecake.
Ooh.
Have you made any of those individually?
Never, no.
Well, we're going to make them all together in one go, but no, I've got this, she's got this, and we will try our best, just like young Chase is going to try his best at a very difficult game, Holy Goalie. Yep, World Sports Betting have been taking us inside the drama of Tropica Island of Treasure so that we can literally put our money where our mouth is and maybe win some money. So we'll see you now. We're going to eat
nice.
cheesecake.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll
Christmas
make a
is-
cheesecake.
yeah.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, so Mzansi, welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Friday and giving you every reason to get excited for the weekend, along with my good friend over here, young Chase, right? So earlier in the show, we chatted all things footy with our West Ham super fan Chase. And now it's time to test his footy skills in a different light. Now we're testing him in the game called Holy Goalie. It's World Sports Betting Game and something that everybody has been absolutely loving. Now, Chase, you good with hand and eye coordination?
Never been better.
All right, so here's the game. The top scores are crazy, by the way, but I'm backing you just to get it in that green hole. So you know the drill, you know the deal. You've got your paddles on the right and you can lower it as well beneath that. So my mans, take it away.
Awesome.
All right, and come through with that. Okay. Good warm-up. But let's invoke the spirit of West Ham right now, bro. Come on.
Are you sure you want to invoke the spirit of West Ham? More like an own goal.
Come on. All right, so good warm-up. All right, now we can get into the good stuff. And I think it's all about calm and patience. You're rushing it, bro. You got to stay calm. Remember, like the game of soccer, it's 90 minutes. You got to work the pressure, work the systems, and
do we have 90 minutes today? Or?
Unfortunately, not for this one. You are 16 seconds in and almost getting there, but I think this is a reminder to you, Mzansi, obviously, that this is a game that's very similar to what we've been seeing on the tropical island of Treasure, and something that has been absolutely taking the world by storm. Everybody's had an opinion on this one as you're watching some of the visuals in real life. Literally, this game is so similar, but instead of using your body and your feet, you're using your hands, so a little bit easier and a little bit more of an option to be able to get the good stuff. Chase, how are we doing, bro?
Killing it.
Killing it? Or is it killing you? I can see that the frustration is the good kind because Chase has got a massive smile on his face while he's playing this game. So whether you're skilled or not, it doesn't matter. You're going to have fun with this one. Come on, bro. This is the one. I've got a feeling about this. No! Too close, bro. Too close. All right, Chase, I'm going to give it one more turn, and then I'm going to take over and show you how a pro does it. Okay. I say that with absolute confidence, but I don't even know. Chase, come on, man.
Okay,
let's see if we can get it past at least that third line.
I'm feeling lucky about this one.
Are you?
No.
Bro, come on. Right. Let me see if there's something wrong with the game here, right? I haven't played this one in a while, but it is all about patience, right? So, gosh, you see you can also lower it like that. I think you forgot about that option. There we go. Come on, skirt around there. There we go.
Such finesse. Wow.
Finesse, yeah. It's that Mohamed Salah in me, bro. Not 9 points clear anymore, though, but we're getting there. All right. Oh, the concentration is real. Come on, boy. You got this. Yes. Chase, I need some. Thank you. Okay. Where to from here?
Go right.
Okay. See, collabing this one.
Oof.
Ooh,
here we go.
Around the corner. Let's go. We got it. Yes. Come on. Let's just slow it now. Come on. Chase, this one is for you, me, and potentially the new manager of West Ham. Let's go. Whoever it's going to be, I hope they can do scores like this. 432. That's my score, bro. Just check this out, though. Look at the high score. Wait for it. 3,798. Ask me how, I don't know, but people are absolutely killing it. That's Merklin in #1 spot there. But yeah, bro, keep practicing, Chase. Keep having fun with it. And while I talk to you, Mzansi, about this incredible offering, because it's not just the game we're talking about right now, it gets even better. I just got the plug on this. So you have seen our attempts, right? And now we are going to challenge you to a smooth challenge where you stand the chance to win a hamper valued at 2,000 Rand, courtesy of our friends at World Sports Betting. Now, simply play the online game on worldsportswinners.co.za. That's WSBwinners.co.za, and beat the high score each week. Now, we want you to reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages with the comment of your top score for this game. We want you to post a screenshot of your score and include the hashtag TropicaWSB. And don't forget, the competition closes December the 20th, 2024, and your T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com. And it looks like Chase is doing the best he ever has in this. I take my words back.
You jinxed it.
I jinxed it. It's the commentator's curse, but I'm going to leave him to keep practicing. Chase, again, thank you so much for sharing your passion, your wisdom, and your story about your incredible journey and your wedding. We love you, appreciate you, and I'm backing West Ham to come up in the top half of this league, bro. You got this.
That makes two of us. Thank you.
Cheers, man. Have a beautiful weekend, man.
Awesome.
Mzansi, get playing and go get that high score.
That's this little bromance on this side of the studio is proving the holidays are all about togetherness and connection, and this Christmas we are making it even more special. Get ready for some insane festive prizes. whole lot of fun, and the chance to win big, because the best part of the season is winning together as well. So get ready for a festive party, because you might be one of 4 very lucky winners to receive some truly epic festive prizes, because it's time for our annual Expresso Festive Stocking Competition. We love this. You guys love this. Why? Because you love winning cool things, and this time it really stands up. Okay, so let's get into the list. A Lego Ninjago Source Dragon of Motion worth 2,999 Rand. A Shemansky 14-carat yellow gold Cape Town small diamond pendant and chain worth 9,980 Rand. A Nintendo Switch and Super Mario Jamboree bundle worth 9,299 Rand. Then the Dunlop jacket and double-walled 530ml flask worth 1,000 Rand. These are prime property this Christmas. So to get yourself in the running, you've got to reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us this: who will you be spending the festive season with? Don't forget to hashtag Expresso Festive to qualify for that competition. That closes at midday, Monday the 16th of December, and from the 19th of December, 4 lucky winners will pick a festive stocking live on the show to uncover their exciting festive prize. It is the season of giving, and we are doing our part to try to make it extra special for you. But you can find the T's and C's at expressoshow.com. Oh, that's worked up an appetite. Let's cook, my friends.
I'm ready.
Well, you look ready, girl. You are ready for both of us. Yes. I love that. And I love the fact that you're already hard at work.
Friend.
Doing whatever you were doing. You look like an extra in a soapie that's told, just make yourself look busy, but you're not actually doing anything. So you've got to talk and talking like that.
Okay.
No, you were brilliant. You were brilliant extra. Time for you to become the
Thank
star
you so much,
of the
friendo.
show. Because we are making a show-stopping dessert. It is going to be a show. The salted caramel custard cheesecake features a creamy clover vanilla custard filling that we're going to attempt to make right now, and then that buttery biscuit base that is all important, hey? Rich caramel topping, perfect, I think, centerpiece for any festive gathering, and it's something we can make.
Oh, it's easy.
Hey?
It's very simple to make. Now, as I understand it, you can use any kind of biscuit to start making the base.
You can.
You can.
But
you
know, I'm like coconutty vibes.
Yeah,
I like that biscuit. I don't know if we're allowed to mention that brand live on air, but it's associated with the sport, and it's got a coconutty. People are looking at finger biscuits now, but I don't understand what sport. But it starts with the texture, man. You've got to have the crunch.
Absolutely, and I've got to say, I'm quite excited to do this with you, my friend, because the base is something I never get right. But I think we
you
off
can
to a
do
good
it.
start.
All right, so it's basically more butter, more better.
Yeah.
Hey?
So I'm going to add some butter. Shall I go ahead?
Go all in, girl. Go all in.
Lekker, Joy.
See, I can only pass off the intellectual property from the foodie before me. And that's the secret to doing this job, is you just steal the intellectual property from the actual chef that explained to you 30 seconds before you started cooking.
And I just want to mention, Graham, it is unsalted butter.
Nice.
Yeah. The chef said to me, unsalted is always best.
For something like this, correct. Don't mess with the flavor profile. I love it. So you're going to just work that through and then pack it into our base. I can't see anything going wrong.
What are you doing, friend?
I'm making the filling. And of course, we've got our vanilla-flavored clover custard here, which my son took great lengths to explain to me that you can have it just on its own. You can drink it out of the bottle, which you can, but we're not. We are going to be mixing it in with our cream cheese because it's a flavor profile that lends itself to merging. Clover vanilla custard forms the luscious filling of this cheesecake, obviously offering a velvety texture and full-bodied vanilla flavor that's just going to work. But made with 75% real dairy, it ensures a creamy, rich consistency that hopefully will set beautifully in this cake. And it is effortless to use as well. From the pack itself, you can literally just pour it straight into your mouth. The clover vanilla custard is the secret to achieving gourmet level desserts without the professional gourmet level skill set. I love that. I love that so much. I love the fact that we're going to have crunch. We're going to have a whole lot of love and joy. Okay, so I'm going to start minging here. All of our ingredients together.
Look at this. I think I'm making the best base ever.
Wow. I'm going to put a cup of our clover vanilla flavored custard in. Okay, that's Oh, I love this stuff so much. I can understand why my mom used to get so cross with me when I would drink like half the bottle when I got back from school. You'd be like, but there's another half left.
Exactly.
She doesn't know. Okay, the eggs going in, a little bit of condensed milk.
It's always the leftovers, you know.
Well done. You've absolutely, there's not one pocket of air left in there. And then finally, just a little bit of vanilla essence. I mean, the smells, this is like the most desserty smell that's ever been created. And then I'm just going to mix these guys up, starting a little bit slowly. I know. It's amazing how much you can do when someone prepares everything beforehand for you and gives you
you would almost
utensils
swear.
to do it. You'd be amazed. You'd almost swear that you were a chef or a cook.
Or you have a team behind you.
And we do. Thank you, Turf. We have the most amazing foodie team here. But I also love the fact that we represent this kind of foodie mindset.
I love that, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to just really up the game.
Go for it.
Hey, that looks amazing, smells amazing.
I'm done.
And we are winning at life, hey?
And then all we will have to do is just pour that into here and then pop it into the fridge, and that's it.
And it's as simple as
Bob's
that.
your uncle.
I drift between like baked and fridge freeze cake, cheesecake, freeze cake. But for me, as long as you've got that balance of flavor and it's not too sweet and you've got the texture and nice thick base, I think that's absolute gold.
Yeah.
I think we are winning at life. Okay, for the purposes of TV, we're going to just
there we go.
do it like this. And I liked the way we've treated it at the end once it's set with some little salted
Listen, we're
pretzels.
going to taste. There,
Okay.
you have a scoop. You've got to get it all out. This is
No,
South
nothing
Africa. We
gets
don't leave anything behind.
wasted.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still a little bit thick, so we could have probably gone a little bit longer, but hey, like
No,
I say...
but some of us like
for
it
TV,
thick.
yeah, we just want something on the plate, okay? That looks great. And then we have now most certainly earned yourself just a little taste of our cake. I'm sorry I'm going to destroy this beautiful picture here, but it just looks too cute.
Oh, you're the best, friend.
There we
Do you
go.
cook like this at home for your wife?
Yeah, with every night, and you joke, but I really do. And it's a thankless job, eh?
Indeed.
No, we have our nights, you know, so each one of us has things that we do really well. I just really enjoy cooking, so I think that's why it falls on me. If you want to recreate this beautiful salted caramel custard cheesecake for yourself, head over to Expresso.
Here we go. It's Christmas.
The ancestors' worth of baggage left you with that sigh, girl. Wow, you just let go of generational trauma with that move. Oh, man,
and
that was the
topped
biggest
with some
sigh.
pretzels, guys, on the... Oh, it's gorgeous.
I love you,
Are
man.
you having some?
I'm going to have my own whole cake and slice. I
I'm
love
loving
sharing
it.
a kitchen
Oh,
space
I
with
love
you. You're an amazing human being. We'll keep all of her deets up on how you can get in on the act. I'm going to just say it because she's going to say it to you the next time she sees you. Don't forget to bring a toy for the kids. We'll see you now.
What's new from Clover? This festive season, indulge in the new creamy and smooth Clover custard. Transform your ordinary desserts to extra delicious moments for you and your family. Try it, you'll love it. Clover, made with love.
I'm just
Listen, I'm jealous the fact that there was healing going on here.
Did you
through
feel
food
it?
in
I
the
wish you
kitchen.
could have heard that sigh
Eh?
that she let out before. I don't know if you haven't eaten in a few
Come on now.
days or where that came from, but we are here for you, my friend, because you are here for us. I might not seem like the biggest Tyler fan out there, okay, but we get it. We understand what has been achieved, and it sounds like yesterday the concert. Were you there?
I
Front
was
row,
not.
VIP.
I was actually on the road making my way back here so I could be with you guys.
Thank you.
Yes.
But listen, I heard incredible things about last night. Families went out, kids, parents, you name it. They were absolutely blown away. I mean, look at this footage right now of her just performing. And she left, obviously, her signature song for last.
Yes.
Apparently, literal water came down onto the stage. But I think it was like Christmas coming early for a lot of South Africans, especially in Cape Town right now. What a moment, right?
That makes me so proud, guys. You know, as a South African artist myself, that makes me so proud because I think we've always been like that. But
now
finally,
people
the
notice,
world has its eyes on us. And it's
Yes.
thanks to people like the young Tylers going out there, doing it for South Africa.
You must find that when you're on the road, when you're with an international community, it happened doing some international moderation recently. We feel like, wow. And I'm like, we're all like this.
Yeah.
don't understand. This is our baseline.
Exactly. And I must say, you know, when I've had my stand-up shows abroad in America and in London, it is so refreshing for audiences when I start speaking and they go, oh my goodness, you know, this is just so refreshing. It's new kinds of material. It's a new perspective on life and the world. And people are hungry for that.
It's a new accent. The world just isn't ready for us yet.
No.
But, Tyler, well done, girl.
Well
Wherever
done,
you are
Tyler.
sitting, hopefully sleeping, dreaming away right now, the fans got what they were promised. And that is a big thing when it comes in this way. Absolutely powerful. We love you, girl.
Powerful
We'll see you
indeed.
now.
Yeah. Celebrating Superwoman, celebrating a woman coming up next. We're talking about Naledi and also celebrating the fact that Fire Night's 15th. Go get your tickets at
14th,
Quicket.
buddy.
14th of December. Get your tickets at Quicket. And for
Bring your
now,
toy.
though, stick around because the entertainment is just going to get better and better.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code Expresso for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Paint Hyper in Polokwane, a paint expert store.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. There's been a lot of big sighs. I think it's that time of the year, that time of the show where we've got just one last thing to please recommend you do. Panda Push or Play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 18 million rand. That's the jackpots that are available to you this Friday, and you could win big.
Absolutely. So don't miss out and play Powerball for an estimated 15 million rand. There's Powerball Plus for an estimated 3 million rand today, and all you got to do is buy your tickets now in store and do it like this, right? nationallottery.co.za, the website, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial star 120 star 7529 hash and follow the USSDs.
Absolutely love that. We've got 15 million in our Powerball, 3 million in our Powerball Plus, and it's waiting for you. Why should it not be yours, in fact? And we'll keep those deets up on our social media pages. But right now, all we want you to focus on is an incredible, a breathtaking performance from Naledi.
Molweni, South Africa. I will be playing my final song for the day, Batho, from my debut EP, Batho. I hope that you guys enjoy it. The song is a love letter to all of you, the people who made me, to those in the past, those in the present, and all those that are yet to come. Batsbaka, ke a le rata.
yasepela bo. Let's